Ta-da! Hey, everybody. If there's anybody there, I don't know. Who's there? Lurkers. Whatever. Tina will be here momentarily because her phone decided that I should be abandoned at the last freaking second. So it's just me. Me. Somebody come help me. So yeah, I figured I'd pay for StreamYard for the month, so I might as well use it, right? Otherwise, I'll have buyer's remorse. Although, you guys gotta check out my new background. Check it out. Hold on, I gotta remove me, which I have no problem with. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Ooh. Hi, Wendy. Thank you for coming to rescue me.
You're welcome.
Like,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Really good.
Do you like my very cool background?
I love your background.
Willow. Okay.
Hey, Willow.
Willow is helping with an auction. I had no idea what anybody's schedule was, so I was just like, yeah, 6:30 sounds good. Yeah, apparently not. But I didn't want to make it too late because then my UK people couldn't come. It would be too late. I wouldn't want to keep you guys up that late.
So. Aw, you're so sweet.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi.
Gloria. Okay, well that didn't work out well. I have to roll cigarettes. I was not prepared. I was taking a nap.
Yeah,
I was very tired. But I woke up and I only had like 3 cigarettes. So I was like, well, crap. I'm prepared. Hi, Francis. I'm good,
Francis.
girl. How are you?
Hi, Gloria.
Hold on, I can make Francis blue. I like everybody to be blue. Blue. Only in chat, though. I don't want you to be sad. No being sad. Yeah, so I was sitting there and I'm napping and I'm like, what is that obnoxious noise? It needs to stop. Obnoxious noise needs to go. And then I realized it was my alarm.
Aww.
I was like, oh, it's me making the obnoxious noise. Whoops. So, yeah.
So happy you've gone live again.
Well, I mean, a lot of people ask me when I was going to go live, and it depends on the day, so I can't really schedule it a few days down. I was done 2 weeks, like the day before COVID. Not good. Because of my health issues, there are days when I'm like, yeah, and there are days when I'm like, fuck off, and I want the whole world to go away, and so that would be a bad day to go live. Hi, Bray. Sandola in the house. Watching football. Well, you go, Ray. Me, I don't like football. I don't like professional sports at all. But if you enjoy it, you do you. I do not have a preferred team, although I'm from New England, so my heart will always be with all the New England, Boston teams and things like that. Can't help it. Seem weird because, I mean, well, I'm just weird, but okay, Gloria. I'm a New England girl through and through, even though I've been in South Carolina for 21 years almost. It will be 21 years on May 1st, well, Mother's Day on May. Man, we showed up in town at 2:00 in the morning on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom! Come rescue us. We're lost. That's exactly how it went. True story. But see, then they came out with the Carolina Panthers, and it's a kitty, and I'm like, oh, a kitty. And then I moved to this town, and this town is full of Clemson University fans, and that's a tiger. So I like their mascots more than I like the team. I do, Francis. I live in South Carolina. I live in the northwest corner, right in a little corner of South Carolina, up at the top. I'm in a spot. Hi, Wonder Woman. I'm in a spot that most of the hurricanes missed, which is good. We get like the really, really far outlying bands. Like it's like a really bad thunderstorm usually, or really bad rainstorm. But trees uprooted, that kind of thing. Hi, Mike. Lisa. Hi, Siosa. How is everything? People showed up at my live. I'm so excited. I love you guys. I was like, it's not my birthday anymore. I wonder if anybody's gonna show up.
Of course, we love you.
Well, you never know. So the whole plan is that I did pay for StreamYard driving. Of course you're driving. When are you not driving? I think you drive around in a little car inside your house too. I paid for StreamYard because, well, as everybody knows, Robin made me my super awesome birthday background, and I was determined to use it. The only way I could use it is if I paid for StreamYard. So I paid for StreamYard for the month so I could use my background. I'm like, there's no way I'm not using that background. And then she created this background. So I'm like, well, between paying for StreamYard and having a super awesome background, by the way, I made something. I did something. I learned how to do something. Look at the bottom.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes. Hi, Hotness.
Hi, Hotness.
So I figured I'd do a live, and as people, want to come hang out and stuff, and it gets positivity, and people want me to keep doing it, then I will probably pay for next month, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because if I go live, and
your subscribers are going up. You've got 102 subscribers.
I know. I'm so excited.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, I would have started paying for it when I do the videos to make my jewelry because people have said they want to see that. But if people like just hanging out and chatting and having a good time or doing whatever, like I'm rolling cigarettes while I'm doing my own live. So if you hear weird noises, that's what it is. I promise.
I'm good, Mike.
Deliver pizza on the weekends. Can't you get out of the damn car? Go, girl. Thanks, honey. But instead of having to subscribe again when I start doing the videos, if people like to hang out and chat and do whatever, then I'll just keep paying for the subscription. That way I can do more cool things.
Yeah.
So, yes, Tina had technical difficulties, so she has to go and get on her computer and do whatever. But I think her internet was glitching. I'm not sure if it was her internet or her phone.
My internet was playing up this morning.
Really, Francis, I don't have my YouTube pulled up. I have the YouTube chat pulled up, but I don't have the YouTube page pulled up. 13 people. Lurkers really hanging from the rafters. Okay. Yeah, thumbs up, people. Thumbs up. I keep freezing on my screen. Is it glitching when I'm for you? Like,
kinda.
There's Tina. I don't know who's doing what in the house, so I have no idea. Hi, Tina. Welcome back.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Miss Wendy.
Well, there's a little.
Hi.
Okay, Amy. Amy has to feed the kids. Yeah, there.
Yeah, always got to feed the tribe.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Tim.
He's hanging out back yonder there.
Of course he is.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, kids.
Tina, people showed up. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna take the little squirrely thing off because it does hide the awesome background a little bit, and well, I like the awesome background.
So how is everybody this evening?
I'm awake.
Well, that's a
I'm
bonus.
good.
I mean, I was gonna stop into the jewelry, etc. before my live started, but her live got pushed back, and I'm like, well, so I have to, next time she's live or whatever, or if she's still live, she might still be live when I end mine. I have to go in and tell her that I got my amethyst cluster. Oh, Francis, go eat something. I don't like it when people are hungry. Hungry's bad. Been there, done that a lot. I don't like. When I lived in my car, I only got to eat like once every 3 days. It was horrible. Hi, Stacy. Welcome, welcome. Well, you can pass through my live anytime you like, Stacy. I'll even make you blue. There you go.
Mm. What manner of way are we cooking the chicken?
Yeah, how are we cooking the chicken? Besides in the oven. Well, could not be in the oven. Could be rotisserie, I guess, or I don't know. There's a lot of different ways to cook chicken. I'm in the South. They deep fry everything. Oops. It's an option. Just saying. I have had deep fried turkey, and it was actually pretty good. They did almost set Walmart on fire while they were cooking it because it was at our it was our Walmart Thanksgiving dinner type of thing, and
Ooh, roasted with rosemary and garlic.
nice. Siosa, you sell way too many of those. Siosa, you sell way too many of those toys. You need to. Besides, you choke it first, and then when it's dead, you cook it. Willow. Willow.
Hey guys.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Willow.
How are you today, Willow?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
We've got auto drama going on. Sisters went to check the oil and there's not hardly any left in it. We had the oil changed. Filtered everything and it's still leaking. So that fucking semi
Yeah.
blew another hose gas. I don't know, something.
Well,
But
make sure that they put the differential plug back in when they change the oil.
I don't know, but it's going back.
Yeah, because they should have caught it where it was leaking and let you know so that you could, if they were supposed to fix the leak.
Well, we just had it in the other day getting the serpentine belt and everything changed.
Yeah.
They didn't say a shitting thing.
Imagine that.
Imagine. It's snowing there, Mike? Is that what you're trying to say with the little snowman? Or is it cold? You have to be specific. Huh? Mike put in little snowman and said here tonight and the smiley face. So I don't know if that means he's making snowmen or it's snowing or if it's just really cold.
Oh. I was in the middle of popping the chat out, so.
He said, yeah, it snowed there. Ooh, stop cussing in my chat.
Dirty words.
Bad word.
Bad word, Mike. Bad word.
Yeah. Well, it rained here today. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and then we're supposed to have rain and snow the next day. Yay.
It's just cold here.
Yeah, it's that too.
It's supposed to have rain and then freezing rain and then the rain cuss word mix over the next 3 days.
I was talking on video, like a video messenger thing with Amy earlier, and I got cold just. She was outside smoking a cigarette, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm cold now." Like, oh, not as bad as the night that we were talking at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and she was like, ugh. I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Go inside." Yeah.
It's not super cold here. It's 39 right now with a low of 35, a high 43 tomorrow.
I would look it up, but I don't want to know.
You got Weather Channel.
I was on
Got the
record crate.
TV remote. That's what I said. She's got the Weather Channel.
There's an app that I can pull up and it gives me my local stuff.
Ah.
I was on record crates, vinyl, copying vinyl this morning. I was in the chat, and he was like, "Careful, Cody, we got a heat wave." And I'm like, "What?" And I looked it up, and it's cold. And I'm like, "Silly Adam, you know I don't go outside, so the weather doesn't have anything." And he was like, "Oh." But yeah, it's chilly. Sorry if my camera is shaking. I'm rolling cigarettes.
A lovely -4 in Ontario.
Ugh, no.
Mm.
But I mean, you expect cold weather in Canada because it's Canada. You know what I mean?
I know. I follow some other people from Canada, and I'm like, God, how do you folks do it? It's just too cold.
They're used to it. I mean, Canada's not always cold. They just have a longer cold season because they're farther north.
They do.
I mean, my dad grew up on a farm in, I believe it was Saskatchewan, which is way out there. And they used to have to, chug through hip deep snow in order to do their chores on the farm, you know? And yes, I heard all about it, trust me. But yeah, they're used to it. It's just how it is. And Canada is gorgeous. I mean, most of Canada, no matter where you go, except for like really in the cities, and even then their architecture is great, but they have so much natural land that's not all built up on like it is here that it's gorgeous in Canada. When we went on family vacation, of course it wasn't really a vacation, it was, hey, let's go visit the relatives, you know, which is why I don't vacation in Canada ever. We did take a side trip where there was no relatives, and we went to Banff, Canada. And I have pictures actually of us standing in front of the lake, Banff, the lake there. And that lake is so clear that when the sun is shining, you see the mountains behind you, and then you see the mountains on the lake because you can see the reflection. Absolutely beautiful. But check that. We did not go during the winter. My mom will not travel during the winter. She won't even go outside. If there's one flake of snow hits the ground, she is not leaving the house. Because in the South, up north, people know how to drive in the snow. In the South, they think, oh, we'll just put our mudders on and we have four-wheel drive, we'll be fine. No, doesn't work that way. Yeah, Banff is very beautiful. Because Francis said, yes, we do. It's crazy weather. We are used to it. It gets very hot here in the summer, almost the same as South Carolina weather. And wow, Banff is so beautiful. It really is. Now, I was really little. I was like 10 years old the last time I was in Canada. And I know it was in the summer. But of course, being 10 and being my age now, the humidity didn't affect me. And I can't remember. Francis, does it get humid there? I mean, like here in South Carolina, when in the summer, we open the door and it's like a wall of air, poof, and you're like, stop breathing. It's so horrible.
Yeah, that moisture goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like walking into a solid bowl of soup. It's crazy. Wendy, I love you.
I love you too.
You're just very quiet.
She said that's very humid.
Yeah, very. I'm sorry. So people that want to escape humidity, don't go to Canada. I am Lisa. I'm in Anderson, South Carolina, as a matter of fact. Which the Andersons, I actually am surprised that so many people know the name of my town. Yeah, hair sticks to your face. Yeah, it does. But the closest recognizable city that people recognize is Greenville or Clemson. Because Greenville, because it's a city, and Clemson, because of the Clemson Tigers, for sports fans. This town is so covered in orange, it makes me twitch every time I go out my door, because Clemson colors are orange, purple, and white, and sometimes gray. Really, Lisa? Ooh. Go, When I first moved here, I got a baseball hat with the Clemson Tiger paw on it. It was a gray hat with a gray paw print. I was not getting orange. Orange is not getting anywhere near me. Red.
You don't want no prison colors?
No, I don't want orange. I can deal with purple. I can deal with white. My hat was a dark gray with the paw print. The paw print is really cool. Yeah, prison orange. Exactly, Cece. I am. No, I don't look good in orange. That's why I try not to get arrested.
That's why I said you want no prison colors.
No. Yes, Mike is from Wales, actually. He's Wales in the UK, which I got wrong not too long ago. I was like, Mike, you're in Australia, right? And he's like, no. I'm like, oops. No, Mike is from Wales. But yeah, so I did the tiger print is actually from a tiger. Yep, they put like the ink on the tiger's paw and they made the impression and then they resize it and it's from an actual tiger. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I was like, I want a hat with the tiger print. I still have it somewhere in the land of somewhere.
I love it. Land of somewhere.
Southeast Tennessee, very cool. I've been through Tennessee. Up and down and up and down. Big trucks going. Yeah.
My Eagle is really nice.
Tennessee was fun. It was terrifying. Because I was driving a Durango, that was it. And I had a trailer, a U-Haul trailer attached to it, so those hills were not fun, especially since I had John's mother yapping in my ear. I'm like, oh my God, shut up, woman. See, I have no way to travel. I had to have my Jeep towed because it was considered an abandoned vehicle on the property. They have codes here, and even though it was in one piece and it wasn't a piece of junk, and because it wasn't registered and insured, which I can't afford to do right now, I had to sell it. I got $100 for it.
Be right back, dear.
Okay, I cried. I did. I literally cried because that Jeep meant my freedom, and yeah, so I have no way to travel. If I could get control of this
I
damn
lived in
leg.
Nashville for a couple of years in the 80s.
I see that like you don't live in your van. I know, right? Well, see us if you ever decide to travel down here, you let me know. Down? Yeah, down. Hi, Deborah. Well, it's okay. Okay, Mike. I'll get over it eventually.
Well, you got more for your Jeep than I did for my van.
I was very, very lucky. I was, because I was going to have to do the city here has an incentive program. It's incentive. If you have abandoned vehicles on your property, you can get $25 a piece for them. If you call their number, they will come and pick it up and they will tow it at their expense and they will give you $25. And I was like, crap. I paid $2,000 for that van, and I drove it for a month. And but then someone on our door, like the morning I was going to call, someone knocked on our door, and it was a man from a landscaping company here in town. Apparently, his uncle runs the trash route on our street. I never know where to look into the camera. Anyway, I'll be looking all over the place, so just ignore it. Yeah, right, Mike, $25. His uncle, apparently the landscaping guy, either him or his wife, got in a car accident with their Jeep Laredo, and which was the exact same color as mine. And they crunched in, the hatch got crunched and the driver's side door got crunched. There were no injuries, everybody was fine, but
they needed parts.
So he offered me $125 for it, and I love this. This is what men in the South do. He offered me $125. Then I didn't have a key to my van. To my Jeep. I was going to have a key made, but I think Isa scooped it up when she packed up all the stuff in the kitchen because John had the key, and of course he's gone. So unless I get a Ouija board, I'm not going to be able to ask him where my damn key is, right? So he had to crack the steering column in order to put the Jeep in neutral. He also came up and told me that he thought the head gasket was, the seal was broken. And I'm like, okay. So he goes, so would you take, 100 for it? I was like, okay, first of all, I know. Oh, and he asked me if I had change so that he could give me 125. Now, he knew exactly what he was going to offer me in the first place. I knew he had the correct amount of money in his pocket. I know that it doesn't matter if the head gasket seal is cracked because you have to get a brand new head gasket if you're going to replace it. You can't use a used one. And he already told me he needed the Jeep for the doors. So the steering column is irrelevant. And I looked and I told him exactly that. And he was like, oh, shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a little Southern girl that doesn't know anything about vehicles, dude. I was like, but I will take the $100 because your game was good. I was like, you played it well, but yeah, I'll take the $100. Just.
Well, he didn't play it that well because he showed all of his cards before he started bartering. Yeah. But yeah,
and he put my Jeep on his trailer before coming to talk to me about money. So it's like, you already loaded it up, dude. I want my $125. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just say, here, I'm going to give you 100 and leave because. So yeah, but I was like, it's fine. Merry Christmas, because it was right after Christmas.
Yeah, his game wasn't so good.
He gave an effort though, and I embarrassed him in front of his entire landscaping crew, so that was good. Because you know me, effect, right?
Well, yeah, you got to get a stab in somewhere.
So, welcome back, Tina.
Thank you.
I missed you.
Welcome back.
I had to take care of some business.
Uh-oh, business. Is your grandson still there?
No, he's at his house.
So they got everything taken care of?
I don't know exactly what's going on. Last check, the heat still wasn't fixed yet, but I don't know.
Oh. So do they have him bundled up like they did to the kid in Christmas Story? So he's like,
Talk about ready to pop.
Yeah, I've been there with no heat. We all know.
Mm-hmm.
If you see Kodi wearing long sleeves and a hoodie, Kodi's got no heat.
Yeah. You've already played that game 3 times.
I know. I'm like, hood. I love that hoodie, man. I almost wish it was cooler in here so I could wear it.
Your son likes to try to broil your butt.
Well, it's not him. The thermostat hasn't moved. I checked it. Every time I go out there, I check it, and it's set where I put it. But because if it gets too cold out there, because that room is so big, it takes so long to heat up that room that the heat is just continuously pouring into my hermetically sealed room. So it just turns my room into a sauna. Although my son prefers things cooler, so it just depends on how cold it is. Because Miha is fine. Miha is a long-haired dog with a double coat. She loves the cold. But Rogue is very short-haired, so she gets very cold. Yeah. He might yell at his baby all the time, but he loves that dog, so he doesn't want her to be under, over on his bed. Go,
Here it comes.
All we saw was the tail first.
Yeah, she did the perfect little whip of it.
Yeah, she did.
I looked down on the floor and I'm like, uh-oh.
Well, you know how I moved Onyx earlier so I could put the tubes next to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she moved over. Her butt is right against them now. This is why I had to move her. Because if it's too far over and she stretches, my tubes are hitting the floor, and that would be a pain in the ass to pick up with a grabber. How cold is it getting? Yeah. We've gotten down to like the mid-20s, I think, is the coldest, or lower 20s, I think, was the coldest. I don't really check the temperature all that often because I don't go outside. It's only when we have conversations about temperature that I check it. So how are things in lockdown, Randy? Still locked in the closet yet? No?
No.
Is he gaming?
Yeah.
Well, there was a
On
random
his
guest.
own.
Huh?
On his own.
Oh, he's gaming by himself?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Toad. Nobody wants to play with
I
Toad?
know. No.
And gee,
Cool.
here I thought I already knew where Fluffy was.
No. We haven't heard from Fulfilled.
I did send the I sent Squashy the link and everything, so, but she didn't reply to the message that I sent, so I don't know.
Her mum's been sick.
Oh, that's too bad. Although, y'all will remember Fluffy said, I bet you I go live before you do again.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I said, okay. I said, what do you want to bet? And he goes, everything you own. I'm like, yeah, but what are you putting up? And he's like, I don't have to because you're going to lose. So it looks like I get just to pick what I want, right? Because I win.
In Cody's stead, I have one thing to say, Fluffy.
Oh, and don't forget, neener.
No, I was saving that for you.
Could continue with that with you've got a little, but I won't.
Oh, heavens.
Wendy. Poor Fluffy.
Did she do this again?
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Kitty. Kitties everywhere. I
I
don't
know.
know where the troublemaker is.
Oh, I'm sure
Did
she's
you enjoy,
hiding somewhere.
Cody?
Wow.
Did you enjoy your birthday video?
I did. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. Wendy's daughter sang me happy birthday.
Aw.
In her
Made
little
her a video.
Her little British accent. He's so cute. I want to eat your kid with a spoon. She's just so sweet. Everybody's been like, oh my god,
Mike's in on it.
What?
Mike's in on the
I know. Mike. FUF. That's right.
Y'all missed a great auction in Gianna's channel.
I was sleeping.
$1 sterling.
I'm broke, honey. I had to spend $36 on the Zippo I won on Jerry's auction last night. Which, by the way, I was there for how long? From 4 o'clock until
6 hours.
30. 6.5 hours. I was there waiting for Lady Desktop.
I got there as quick as I could. Then I get there and he didn't have a shitting thing that I'm like, dude, I told you I'd be here.
Yeah, Jerry had said he was going to have more Lady Death, and then when I asked him after, around the 5 hour mark, I was like, "What?" I'm sitting here waiting for Lady Death, and he goes, "The Lady Death was last week," and I'm like, "That was it." I'm like, "You had 2 comic books," and the shirts were all mixed in with, there were 2 shirts in that massive lot. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Joy.
Hey, Joyce.
The shirts were in that $1,000 T-shirt lot. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, huh. But
Tells
then
me how I am to you.
he came up with a Zippo, a Lady Death Zippo, and I was like, ooh. And he started at $5, and I was like, yes. So I was like, and I was waiting for everybody to jump in on it. Nobody did, and then all of a sudden, BMUS started bidding on it, and I ended up paying $36 on it, which was pretty close to my budget of what I had to spend at an auction. So
Yeah, but for Zippo, that's still a good deal.
it is. It is a good deal. Although I don't think BMUS really knows who Lady Death is. She might. We never know who knows
Zippo
what about
draws people no matter what's on it. There could be a poop emoji on it, and they buy it just because it says Zippo.
Well,
Yeah.
Willow, you use that poop emoji a lot. We know that you'd get that Zippo. Okay. Willow, you like that's my Zippo.
I see a lot of poop emoji things in the stores.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
you
too.
bought
I'm
one.
like, pass. Thank
Great
you.
big fucking pillow of a big pile of shit. Yeah, I want that on my sofa. Sure.
I love it when they do them in rainbow colors. It's like, what would whoever did this make it eating crayons or something?
What is
up
it,
with
unicorn poop?
Yeah.
Yeah, unicorn poop, and someone was eating crayons. Simi, hey Kim, you are. I can see you.
Hey, Kim.
I haven't turned you blue. When Simi was a baby and we were still in North Carolina, and the person I was staying with they found a puppy under a dumpster, a little itty bitty thing, and so she brought him home. And well, Simi and the other puppy, the baby that comes to the house, the 2-year-old, she has this bucket of crayons. And when they put the crayons away, apparently they put them on the bottom shelf of the bookcase. So I'm sitting there and I was on her computer and I'm hearing crunching. I'm like, what is that sound? Where? And then I'm like, wait, where's my dog? You know, because I try to keep a really close eye on Simi when she was a baby. And I'm like, where's my dog? And I had to get on the floor and look under the chair. And there's my dog and this puppy chomping away. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Francis. How it said.
Yep.
On the bucket of crayons. I was like, oh crap. So I got that away from them and I was immediately messaging people on on Facebook to see if, my dog was going to die from eating the crayons, but they're non-toxic because kids, put them in their mouths. So, but yeah, both of the dogs were pooping rainbows for like a day and a half.
And they will.
What was really, really funny is that the puppy, not my puppy, but the random puppy.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Look what I made. Look. See what I did? See what I did there? Mm-hmm. The little black puppy that she had gotten, he was black and white. Pooped and it went in the perfect symbol of a pizza. And I'm like, okay, now that's talent. I believe that right there is talent. And that's the end of my
rainbows every day.
Of course you do, Robin. We would expect nothing less. So yeah, it was the crayon experience with the dog. But she has survived. So. And I keep my crayon locked up. You're welcome, Robin. And I can run it now because we can't actually see it. I'll show everybody the background for those people. I'm going to take everybody out and we'll show everybody the background. Super awesome background. I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it.
It's ever so fitting.
Yes. Yes, it is. And the kitty almost looks like my kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Close enough. So, yes. So, of course, I had to go back then, Robin, so I could use it. Yeah. Thank you, Deborah. And to let her know, Robin came up with that all her own. She didn't ask me anything about it. It was a complete surprise, which it was a very happy surprise. She's like, hey, check your messages. And I'm like, huh? I was like, oh my God. So, yeah, Robin is good.
We know she's good.
Yeah. Well, just for random lurkers that might be there that don't know. Now they know.
Hey,
Because
Robin.
I told her to make sure that she, put her information on there. But her because she is so tiny. I'm like, nobody gonna see that little tiny AB thing. I was like, pfft. So that's why I just scroll bar. Damn. It was an awesome surprise, Francis. It really was.
Hey, Joyce. Hi, Robin. Yeah, well,
I'm like, okay, nobody's going to see it until my next live. And Robin was like, no, show it. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'm like, okay. I agree, Deborah. The cat is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I have used a cat similar to that when I used to make my signature tags. There was a cat I used, which I would probably use in like one of my thumbnails because I can use the tags that I've made in the past. I can use them. That's what I used for my birthday thumbnail. And he's like sitting and his tail curls down, and I used to put people's names so he was sitting on their name and the tail would like curl around a letter. Yeah, Francis, I can. Hold on. Everybody gonna go away for a minute. Don't go nowhere. I will pull you back in a minute. And I'll take the damn.
Cool.
Oh, Christy. Hi. Hi, Christy.
Hey, Christy.
YouTube has been very strange about notices lately. Christy, didn't I include you? Ooh, I left you off the email. I'm sorry. I tried to remember everybody I could with sending, people emails, but it is perfect. It's perfect.
Did you remember to send notification to Linda?
Oh, she's gonna kill me. Linda's gonna kill me. I'll be right back, people, because I don't want Linda to kill me. And she did say that too. She was like, "Notify me when you go live again." Okay. Oops. I'm sorry, Linda.
Just rack it up to a birthday bliss brain fart.
I know, right? Mm.
Just trying to come up with a story.
No, I mean,
Like shit today.
I woke up to the most annoying noise ever because, of course, I set my alarm so it's annoying, so that it wakes me up. But I slept through it for 3 minutes before it actually woke me up. So,
You mean
Christy, you just told all of YouTube that watches this live. So, shall I go back into YouTube and share it on Facebook? Christy's confessions.
it would be a different story if she won and told us all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to be able to buy a ticket so I can win.
No, I look pretty rough today because yesterday we had a front come in. My pain spiked, dizzy spells, sinus pressure. It was a nightmare.
I think someone did win Powerball. Did they? I know someone won the Mega Millions.
Yeah, they've both been won in the past week.
Yeah.
it wasn't me because I didn't play.
Well, Victoria said that if she won either of them, that we'd all have money in our PayPal's, and I don't. So I guess she didn't win.
Me either.
Because believe me, everybody would be getting a big old boost if I won too. Because
Don't look at me. I don't even think she's got my email.
She
she
has
would,
one.
she would find you and help you. Cat, really twitching. Stop it. If these tubes hit the floor, I'm gonna cry. You'll see me cry again live.
I'll tell you what my cat's doing.
Simpson's behind me, and Roxas is next to me.
Snooze City.
Marty has actually been sleeping like in these boxes somewhere. Like she's burying herself in the boxes.
Mhm.
She gets the crap out of Semi popping out of them early in the day. Yeah, pain sucks.
It is what it is, Francis. There ain't nothing I can do about it. So,
Pain
just,
sucks.
but yeah, I just look a little rough.
Oh, thank you, Christy. Personally, that's Christy gonna come see me. Yay! Yeah, I'd have to be able to buy a ticket in order to play, and
I have a
Can't do that
laundry
online.
list of medical.
yeah.
Willow's got a list that starts top of my head. I'm a short shit, so it starts top of my head and goes down. I mean, it's long.
Yeah, you don't even want to know.
Send her your email. She'll send you the list.
I'm doing good if I can remember it from a day-to-day basis. I have it all. I have a spreadsheet that I print out and keep in my purse. Actually, two of them. but one for my diagnoses and doctors, and one that is my med list. The med list is 2 pages long.
I mean, it's a good thing that she has it, but man, I can't imagine having that much stuff, Willow. I really can't.
I just deal. I've dealt with stuff all my life, so it just has grown exponentially in the past 10, 12 years. Hey, Kimmy.
Hey, Kimmy.
Hi, Kimmy.
I don't let it stop me. I might be slower, and I might be a little bit more wobbly and flabby, but I don't let it stop me. I'll still grab my reciprocating saw. It hurts like a son of a biscuit to use it because it rips at my shoulders, and my turkey waddles are going, so I start vibrating, but I'll use the sucker anyways if I have to.
Well, just because I wanna.
That's why you find me leaning forward on the sofa now. I'm not leaning back right now because my back is going, wait.
Nobody's under any obligation to click that link. You don't have to. I just figured I'd throw it out there. And if you're somebody that I don't talk to, don't click it because you ain't coming in.
Yeah, mine would be FUW. My back. Fuck you, Willow. Fuck you, Willow. Fuck you, Willow.
Yeah.
Hey, KJ. KJ Neubauer. How you doing, girl?
Love you guys. I love all of you guys.
She's swinging. She's swinging by to say hi. And she was swinging.
So many comments, so little time.
So,
Hello, Victoria.
Victoria. I'm glad you stopped in, Victoria. I almost advertised I can still advertise it. Your auction with Tink, I thought it had said 24th instead of 25th, but Victoria and Nana Tink are having their reseller auction on Tuesday, the 26th. Yeah, so go look for the reminder thing. I'm so good at this, aren't I?
Jewelry, etc. just went live.
Oh, finally,
Is Kodi suddenly close, or is she going to be tough it out?
I don't have any money.
I was wondering if you were back home yet from your trip.
How'd your trip go? Did you enjoy it? Nice weekend? Yeah, I keep telling myself that too, Wonder Woman, but when I get up every morning, I have to hit the inhaler before I even go vertical in bed. And then I moan and groan with a full bladder trying to get out of bed to get on the pot to have a wee. And then bumble my way in here and sit down and do a nebulizer treatment, pre-food pills, eye drops, and all this crap. And then after that, is my breathing still complicated? And I have to go back in the bedroom and hook up my concentrator and wheel the 35-foot of cord into my living room. Well, I'm sitting there plugged in like an old lady. I'm like, does it control you? Do I control it?
My son is snoring. I can hear him. I'm like, what was that sound? I'm like, oh. Yeah,
when the plaster starts falling off the walls, then you know you got a problem. Until then, you're good.
Yeah. Well,
I swear I can be on a live like this, and Sis will be asleep in her bedroom, snoring.
Well, Kimmy, I'm so glad you're
And I'm like watching the back to see if the wool actually bulges or not. You know?
I'm glad you had a good time for me.
It was so cute to see Kodi on the huge yellow chair.
That's awesome, Kimmy. I'm glad you had a good weekend.
I love Ward. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
I had said earlier that I loved everybody, and then I was like, I love.
Love you too,
It was a line from Charmed.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched that in a while. I have it all on DVD, the whole series, but I haven't watched it in a while. Mom and I watched it together, and
It was
since
when
Mom died, I haven't been able to watch them. So I'll
it
get
was
there.
one of the first. It was one of the first episodes. It was in like the first season, and they were
Yeah.
doing the love spell thing to get their perfect match. And
Mm-hmm.
and Piper was being all romantic and everything, and she's like, "I love love." And Phoebe was like, "I want lust, lots and lots of lust." Yeah.
You lost me, Kimmy. What chair?
It's a picture. She had a picture of herself in Instagram.
Apparently
Oh, I
sitting
never
in.
go to Instagram.
Huge.
People are call. I constantly get emails. Such and such wants to sub you on Instagram, and I'm like, why? I don't ever go there.
Enjoy your dinner,
Can't
Victoria.
navigate that website at all. I'm like there, and I hover over, and it doesn't tell me what a video is, or I cannot figure it out.
Enjoy your dinner, Victoria. Tell Todd I said hello.
Bye, Victoria. Have a nice evening.
What did Todd make for dinner?
Yeah, she's like, I gotta go eat dinner, but didn't tell us what she was gonna go eat.
Right?
I know it's about margaritas, or she would have clicked on the link and she'd be in my life right now.
Is Francis out of the loop, Kimmy?
Well, there's gonna be a few people that are out of the loop. I mean, you know.
Don't look at me. I ain't saying it.
I have been to several places. Well, I drove through several places in Texas, but I lived in Temple, Texas for 3 months. Never.
I drove through a little smidgen of Texas when I was going south, but Mom and Dad went there quite a bit because Mom's younger brother, whom I despise, lived there, and they went and visited a few times. Same with Florida.
Kimmy, she was like, "What is Francis out of the loop?" And I was like, "Well, a few people have to be," because Francis didn't know where he was.
Yeah, what she said.
But no, I went. My aunt and uncle lived in Temple, Texas, and so I went and stayed down there for about 3 months. And nope.
What county?
I mean, it was dry county, which I didn't have a problem with because I wasn't really drinking that heavily then. But things did not go well in Temple, Texas, and everywhere. I mean, you couldn't throw a rock without hurting a church or something. And they all argued about the correct way to worship. So I was like, "No, I'm out of here." And I'm like, "No." So I'm not getting in a civil war with churches. It's ridiculous.
What's the difference between a Civil War church and a regular church? Except bullet holes in the walls.
Well, I mean, you couldn't even walk down the street without people arguing about religion. It was ridiculous. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, you all worship the same God. Stop it.
Bible Belt.
Mm.
Earth believer in Bible Belt.
So, and then there was
That goes over like Martin Diver's helmet on a good day.
And there was the thunderstorms in Texas are absolutely amazing because it's so flat. If you're not in a city, if you can get out to where you have plains and you know it's flat. Thunderstorms are absolutely amazing. There was so much energy in those. I was like wired for days after. So I'm like, bing, bing, bing.
In case y'all are wondering, sewing patterns that I just printed out yesterday. And I cut them last night, so they are ready to go. Except for one that I need to trace.
North Carolina, South Carolina. Where you go, Tina? And Texas.
Right, Cody. I'm gonna leave because I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna bed.
Everybody's
I
going to
might
eat.
think chat while I'm eating though.
I ate
I
earlier.
love
I'm
you
good.
too. Bye,
Tell
Willow.
the
Bye,
Love you,
Mom. Love
Wendy.
you. Bye, chat.
Tell the toad
Bye,
and my
Tin.
tell my toad, my favorite little Brit, that I love them too.
I will do. Love you, girl.
Love you.
Bye, Wendy.
Love you.
Love you, Wendy. Night to the toady too.
Ooh, I like that coat.
And then there were the three of us. Wendy came and saved me, Tina, when you like weren't there, and I was like, she messaged me. She was like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready." But Tina gone. I'm like, like this is when Wendy came.
Yeah, I got your ahs. I'm like, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Cody panicked. Cody
Yeah,
cannot sit up here and talk to herself because then she starts talking in the third person like Cody does not like this, and yeah, things go south from there.
my phone did not want to stay connected. It was doing that god awful robot and thing. I'm like,
I do have messenger for you, and you're on it. Hold on.
I just had a epiphany. That ain't gonna fucking help. Okay. I've had this pattern for years. And I need to compare bodices, but if it is what I think it is, I'm gonna just whack myself upside the forehead. Now, I had one here. Where did it go? There you are.
Okay, Kimmy, if I had teeth, I would have a super cavity right now. Wow. Wendy's still in chat. She's like, screw that, I'm still in chat. Yeah, just one to watch me eat. And yes, Chrissy, it is late where she is right now. It's 5 hours difference, I think. So they're
yeah, 5 hours for you.
You're adorable, Kimmy.
Yeah, it's 5 hours difference Eastern. It's 6 hours here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm Central.
People are killing me with cuteness lately. First Wendy's kid, and now Kimmy.
Well, I gotta go on Facebook and find the damn picture now.
Y'all gonna make me cry.
I want to
And
see
these
the
days, really, it's not
picture.
hard to do.
Let's
I
see
don't know
if I can
anything
do
about
this.
it.
If I get booted, you'll know why.
Okay.
Trying to go into Facebook.
I don't do anything on eBay. I've never sold anything. I did buy something once on eBay. It was 20 years ago, but I did. I had to send money over.
Years ago, I bought on eBay, but I never sold on eBay ever.
Yeah, I had to send a money order. That's how long ago that was. Okay.
Oh, no. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Mine was, I had just got married and I saw and like, actually it was a little bit after my dad had passed. And I saw a TY dragon and it was white and like shimmery, like a rainbow effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up sending them $20 for it. And of course, it got lost in the storage unit when I lost the storage unit.
No, I was buying 925 chain necklaces, 925 Italy, on very, very reasonable prices.
Sweet. I can show the video. Cool. I don't know if I can show it. I don't know how to do that.
Pull it up, share screen. Just like
someone pays me and eBay keeps it, and I have to pay shipping through PayPal, but there's nothing in PayPal, so it uses my credit card link to it. I don't know if I'd like that either. Let me see if I can find the video. Well, I know I can find it. The picture is so adorable. Sorry, distracted. Because Kimmy's thing was still pulled up. So.
No, I'm not finding the damn picture. Ouch. Oh, cramp.
Now, let me see if I can share screen.
Over there.
You haven't shared it on social media yet?
I don't know which one it is. Because I have 2 Facebook tabs, but I only have one up. Not sure which one it is if it's them.
Well, I looked on her Donatella Facebook, and I looked on her Donna Facebook, and I'm not finding it on either.
Nope. Wrong one. That was for my son.
This is why me and Facebook don't get along very well either.
Please excuse me, I'm working on it.
Kimmy says
No
she
time
has
to
to
share it
share
live.
the pic on social media.
Oh, I thought she said she shared it on Facebook last night. Well, let me go back in there. I don't know if we are or not, Kimmy. Let me get there. I'm gonna check my friends list, which takes a little bit because I got a few.
Yes, this works.
90% of them have never spoke to me on Facebook, so I probably need to clean out my.
This is not working.
Make sure it's pulled up first before you shrink everybody.
It is pulled up.
Mm.
I'm literally watching it. I have the sound off, but I'm literally watching it. But it's in my messenger, so let me try something else here. Come on, Garrett.
I'm not fine.
Sorry.
I'm not finding you on here, Kimmy. Look me up, Cheryl Rich with a C, common spelling last name.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Cody. Happy birthday to you. Birthday
Cutest
to you. Happy
video ever.
That was cute.
It's so sweet. The little accent. Oh my god, she's my favorite little Brit. Now I do have a favorite Brit. I do have a favorite Brit, Faye, who lives in Rugby, England, and I knew her. I met her 20 years ago, and all of her screen names always had Faye or Fairy in it. So I call her my favorite Brit Faye. But this is my favorite little Brit.
Mm-hmm.
The little one.
So adorable. When your kid is so cute. She makes my heart smile. Oh, yeah.
Christy, eBay is not seller friendly now at all. They let the buyers get away with murder.
I have heard a lot of people say they're not having any problems whatsoever with the new thing with eBay managed payment. Other people like Christy, they're having all kinds of fits.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of hit and miss.
yeah,
It's only my live. Carry on, people. I shared it to Willow's Messenger. Forwarded
Oh,
it.
absolutely adorable, Kimmy. You guys look so cute together. Seriously.
Francis,
I don't say that about anybody, trust me.
Francis, I'll accept your friend request when I'm off of my live. But thank you. So cute, Kimmy. Oh my God, cutest couple. Ooh. I don't know. Robin and Devin are absolutely adorable. Everybody is like hitting the cutest couple award. I'm like, well, shit, because I don't want to say cutest couple ever, which is what I would normally say, because we have other really cute couples, and I don't want anybody to feel bad. Oh, you want me to share? Oh, okay.
it's all over YouTube already. Well, of course, you said Donna shared it on her live last night.
So yeah. All right. Dun 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 dun. Are you ready? Are you ready? Bam.
No.
So that is a beautiful couple right there. It really is. That makes my heart smile. So cute.
We're going to school tomorrow.
Bam. Kimmy and Chris. And even the names are cute. Kimmy and Chris. Chris and Kimmy and Chris.
That is
Awesome.
so good.
Gorgeous. Best couple picture in a while, aside from Robin's. I can't. Everybody's awesome.
And And what's awesome is, in spite of all the bullshit going on in the world right now, that they have been able to find a level of happiness that they haven't had in a long while
Right?
in the midst of chaos and bullshit.
I absolutely agree.
I agree. The happiness in the middle of all the chaos and the bullshit.
They really are beautiful together, Wendy. I mean, all of these people, they all deserve so much happiness. And I mean, Kimmy's gone through some pretty extreme health things too, some very scary things. And so I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you, girl. Damn. And he is
Yes,
so
he
hot.
is hot. We agree.
I'm a guy and I agree.
He also makes a really pretty girl. So, Tim, you're safe.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And Kimmy, it's not just you that's lucky. He's damn lucky to have you too, girl.
Amen.
Yeah.
Damn
Damn
straight.
lucky.
Yes, most definitely.
I have seen that ass. He is super lucky. Okay. Not skin. Just
No.
she turned on the camera.
She mooned the camera.
No, she didn't moon it. She just turned around.
G-rated. You said G-rated. She mooned the camera. G-rated.
Yeah, totally G-rated. She had clothes on. Yeah.
Well, that's what G-rated is.
I'm so gonna get myself in trouble. Wonder Woman, did you?
Yeah.
He seems super. He really does.
Yep. She was at the meetup.
I'm really happy people are connecting. I mean, you hear bad stories and everybody's like, oh, you can't meet anybody online. That's true. Well, I've met all of you guys. I mean, not met, but, you know, and shit, you don't have to just
I'm being paged.
to have solid friendships. You know what I mean? I do have people that I met on AOL, that I met in person, and one of them not so good, but the others were all great, you know. And I'm still really good friends with my friend Rebecca, and we have a solid policy of not talking politics, because we do not agree on politics, so we do not
I
discuss it
guess
at all.
I'm not doing anything on the island. Jennifer's drying lettuce again. But I guess I'll just drop the laptop on hers. Because I gotta feed cats.
Hey, Susanna. I got to turn you blue. Blue, 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 blue. I got to smirk.
Dearly that I live with Tornado Tessie.
Susanna has been smirked. So yeah, I mean, I've had good and bad experiences, and I would still meet people in person. Yeah, I had the bad experience moved into my house. That was not good. I had to kick him out, and he was meaner than me. But I was going to bounce him anyway. I still had both feet then. I could still kick his ass.
Yeah,
I kick him out and send him back to Joycey.
when you were back doing the AOL, we were doing the Yahoo chats.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go to the Yahoo parties and stuff, and we would meet up with people from all around.
Yeah. Wendy, actually, my YouTube family and my Facebook family have been so much more supportive for me since all of this. I mean, since John's gone, you know, you guys are what keeps me going. Besides my dog, because there is that fear is if I suddenly just hear what's going to happen to my baby, you know. But quite a while, Tina knows the treatment I was getting.
Patient, Winnie.
And Lily, your cat's loud.
I can't help it. I
You
gotta
are
shut her up, and then once I get a bowl in front of her face, she'll shut up.
I told her, be patient.
So everybody
patience and Sable don't. No patience in cats, but Sable in particular, this is what she does. You got Winnie pacing, and you got Sable
Just Winnie's
screaming.
pacing back and forth. That's why I told her to be patient.
I do too, Kimmy. I do too. And you always have that one or two crazy relatives that you don't want anything to do with. Yeah, we got them too.
But it's just what you wanted on a hangout. Watch a fat lady feed her cats. Crazy cat lady. Yep.
Crazy cat lady, we love you.
Hey, I love my crazy cat ladiness.
Everybody that showed up for my birthday, my very first, I appreciate all of them so much. It was so sweet, and it made my heart smile. But yeah, the YouTube community, just the support that everybody has given me has kept me going. It's kept me lifted to a higher level much higher level than I would be if I didn't have
Silence. Yep. All you gotta do is plug that hole. Fill it full of food.
And I
Now
will
the
say
other
one
one's starting in. I'm not moving fast enough.
Yeah, Kimmy.
Come on, Cal.
I'll get them on, Kimmy. I will say that I have to give credit to one person who has been, I mean, and she's going to be like, stop, if she's still here, is Robin. Because Robin, when COVID started, Robin just lifted everybody up with the little characters and the laughter, and Robin is completely awesome. And when I started,
There's the last one.
when I started watching Robin was right after John died, and it was really, really hard for me last February, and Robin just maintained. So yeah, Robin is the bomb. Banana, don't tell the others, but Banana is my favorite. Banana and Shiitake, actually, I love Shiitake. Shiitake, so cute. The little feet. I have little feet. I love that. But banana is awesome.
Yes.
He's so smarmy, he's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, oh my God, it's a banana. It's awesome. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think the first time I saw Robin with the character and the laughing and all that was on the Insomniacs. So Lori was already half in the bag with her Cape Codas. And my sleep was awful, and I had just been crying all day. And I was belly laughing within 5 minutes. I mean, my ribs hurt the next day, and I was like, oh my God, this girl is fan-fucking-tastic. So, yeah. Kudos to you, Robin. Yeah, you are an awesome person. And she got even better as I got to know her. So, But yeah, I don't fangirl with Robin because she's a person, but she's very talented.
Does enough of that for all of us when it comes to Argyle.
Oh yeah, Schleppy is Argyle focused.
Yeah, the big burly dude that squeaks when a sock shows up.
Right.
Right. Well, but yeah.
Yeah, a British big burly dude that squeaks when a sock shows up.
Yeah.
Something wrong.
Funny.
My best friend, Francis, we were together 20 years ago, but then we decided in order for him to live, it would be better off if we were just friends, because otherwise I would have killed him. So for his health and safety,
on purpose.
for his health and safety, we decided that we were better off as friends. So we were together for about 3 years, and then for the next 17, he was my best friend. When I had the problems with my foot, and then with medication, he was the one that was helping take care of me, and he was basically the other half of my soul. I mean, I never stopped loving him. It's just I can't stand lying and cheating, and they were easier to deal with if we were just friends. So, but he was my rock, and I was his. Whenever things went wrong, he was right there for me. So, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your husband, not John.
No, I still have him. He's in Massachusetts.
Husband, you lost on purpose.
Yeah, the husband I lost on purpose. He's in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And he's actually on my friends list on Facebook. He's been on my friends list for about 15 years. Ever since he stopped asking me where his damn toolbox went. I'm like, I'm sorry, when you're telling me that you love me and want to get back together with me, but you're introducing your girlfriend as your fiance and saying you're going to dump me, so you're just saying you love me so you can get your toolbox that I got you. No, you don't get the toolbox. Bye.
I found that very funny, by the way.
Sometimes Indian giving is a good thing.
Well, he actually didn't keep up his end of the bargain. That was a deal that we made. And he didn't keep up his end of it, so that technically wasn't his.
Yep.
You know?
You have to fulfill the deal before you get the goods.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Donna only lives 15 minutes from me, really. Wonder Woman, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Robin and Donna together are super funny, too. Robin is funny with everybody. Damn.
Gin fries from Cajun Roots, bingo.
Yay! Those are banana ones, aren't they?
A gift from Cajun Roots, bingo, to me.
Nice.
Oh, the chocolate mint are good. I am not
I
a fan of
think that he
marshmallow.
got tired of listening to me bitch about not winning them in the chat that he sent me a gift to shut me up.
Sorry.
During COVID, I have been at every store in town that sells moon pies. There ain't no pumpkin. There ain't no strawberry. Anywhere to be found here.
The
I
only
didn't-
ones I can find here are the vanilla and the chocolate, the regulars.
The only ones that they've sold here like forever is the chocolate, vanilla, the banana.
Francis, I did not give him the toolbox. I sold it to a muffler fixing place, the muffler repair shop, and I used the money from that to fund my trip to get to South Carolina. So when he was like, "Where's my toolbox?" I was like, "Go check with the muffler shop. That's between you and him now." And he went there. The guy told him he didn't have it. I'm like, I would love to meet all of you. I really would. And I was really upset that Lenny and Jamie actually came here, but I couldn't get out of my room, so I couldn't go see them. That was kind of a bummer. And if anybody knows anything about toolboxes and mechanics and whatnot, it was a Pullman toolbox. It was a double tier, 2 sections of Pullman toolbox. It was powder blue, had a little round security locks, and it cost me $1,900. And him and I made a deal. I said, "I will get you this if," and he agreed to it. And he did not keep up his end of the bargain. So technically, it's my toolbox.
You bought and paid for it.
That's right, I did. The receipt was in my name, and I had the Pullman guy as a witness because the Pullman tool guy, he was rotating his stock, so he was changing out his toolboxes. So that toolbox was normally like $2,500 for both pieces. Yeah, toolboxes are freaking expensive for a piece of metal you stick your greasy tools in.
Well, technically, you're supposed to clean your tools before you put them away.
Yeah, technically.
Put them in oil before you put them back in the toolbox.
But yeah, so it was a really expensive toolbox, and I let him have all his tools. When I told him that, because he was like, "I need to come get my stuff," I said, "Bring a police officer with you." And the police, he had 2 cops with him because they knew him, and he had a record longer than I am tall. But they were like, "Don't worry, we won't let him hurt you." I said, "Oh no, you're not here to protect me. You're here to protect him." They were like, "Oh." They were like, "We can turn around and not look if you want." I'm like, but no. I did give him the car that I had gotten him for his birthday. I loved that car. It was an 84 Cutlass Supreme. It was jacked to the max. Heidelberg parts in the engine. Thing was cranked. I mean, boom. A guy that builds race cars actually owned that car. So, yeah, you can imagine how sweet that car was. And, yeah. But I had told Michael Michael was the husband, didn't have his license. And so he couldn't technically drive it legally. So I bought it and I just drove him everywhere. I wouldn't let him drive it because he didn't have his license, and I wasn't losing the car because of him driving without a license. So, but then when I booted him, he was like, "No, I'm going to get my car." And I'm like, "I keep my word. I keep my word. I do." So I said, "Yep." But he wanted me to just give him the title with no date on it so that he could fub so I dated it. I filled out the back of the title and I dated it. It's like, "Have a nice day." And he let his girlfriend drive it, and she smashed it. She wrecked the car. it had a ratchet shifter, which is a little hard for people to get used to if you're not, you know. I mean, it was an automatic, but it had a ratchet shifter, and there's certain things that you have to do in order to, you know. He fucked up that car. She smashed it. I cried.
Oh,
I was so upset. I'm like, you know, why do I have to be such an honest person and keep my word? You know, I could have kept that car. But
Kimmy, I have not heard any more chatter since way early on.
yeah, with COVID, it's hard to make plans to travel because a lot of states are like, nope, you can't come in, you know, or your state is like, well, if you want to come back home, you have to be in quarantine, blah, blah, blah. So. Yeah. I mean, if everybody's in the same state, then they could probably get away with it unless your state is really cutting down on regulations about gatherings. And then your party's going to get busted. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about it. Nobody comes here. And I don't go anywhere. Just, they need to with all travel things because I have to live vicariously through other people. So once
I have to do that with or without COVID.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the thing that COVID has to stop is so that people can travel so I can live vicariously through you and have fun. Road trips, people, road trips. As soon as you can travel, do road trips.
Get some Matt.
Soon as we can travel and afford to.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Okay, here it comes. Bonk. Had this pattern for years. Had no idea. It fits the doll I just bought. I thought it was for American Girls until I seen a tiny little emblem right there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
It's a match. And that's going in the wrong envelope, dumbass.
That's because if they don't, they go out of business.
Well, Wendy. Love you, honey.
Night, Wendy. Love you, hon.
Sweet dreams.
So they did make one mass market pattern for the doll.
I'm dying over here. Ugh.
I collect dolls, guys. Have for years.
Well, you kind of sound like the UK over there, Francis. Up there in Canada. They've got UK all down, lockdown.
Yep.
All kinds of crazy crap.
Fluffy, both Fluffy and Wendy are both, and Squashy are both in. And oh, I checked earlier, and so far Toad is still alive and not locked in the closet, so we're good.
Yeah. I did see what you said. She said he was not locked in the closet.
Yeah, we do worry about Toad because, you know, he's a man and they can be annoying and in lockdown. Well, I know women can be annoying too. I'm just, you know, it is what it is, and I'm not taking it back.
All I can say is I've been divorced 27 years for a reason.
I do
Not
my
house
best.
breaking another one.
Oh wow, which Francis has curfew? Man. See, they wouldn't affect me because I don't leave my house at all.
I do my best sleeping after Tim gets out of bed.
Well, you know, people pay for those kind of things. I know. It's too much. I know.
I do my best sleeping after.
Honey, I could be a millionaire and I still wouldn't buy dick. Sorry.
That's not what she was talking about.
Okay.
It's because of his shaking.
Well, my
That's why
ex was an epileptic.
That's, yeah, but that's a little different. That's why I said I meant that people pay. I meant that those beds that you put the quarter in and the bed vibrates, people pay for that. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah, I ain't paying for that either. That's what
We do
happens
love-
when I pop into a conversation because my brain's been elsewhere, and you know where my mind goes.
Yeah,
Yes, we do.
but yeah, I do. I do my very best sleeping after he gets up out of bed.
I actually do better sleeping after daylight, which is like I'm like Vampire Bear or something.
Yeah.
Although I have been getting more restful sleep since I've been shutting that overhead light off. See,
Imagine
the thing is I need to have light. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night or something, I need to be able to see because I have to move around a little bit. And cats and dog. Well, the dog mostly stays out of my way, but the cats are assholes. So, the sexy imagination, right, Kimmy? Not
Exactly.
dirty mind. Sexy
Well, that's the one thing
imagination.
sexy left on me. Everything else is deflated.
Hey, Mom,
Oh God, what?
we'll have the possibility of big council.
I already know
And
that.
whoever thinks that's sexy in there, I hope they like cobwebs.
Hi, Cody.
Growing in there too.
How are you?
Huh?
How are you?
Vaughn, how are you?
Oh, I'm tired.
Aw. Have you had a busy day?
No?
Oh, Damien, guess what?
What?
I have 102 subscribers now.
Okay, and?
I'm just happy. I have 102.
Okay, cool. I have a friend who has almost 1 million.
Yes, but that friend is not you.
That don't matter. Yeah, kids in my school.
We're not gonna. We're doing comparisons to you.
Okay, and? I haven't uploaded in almost 2 months, mother.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Well, my son has a bunch of gaming videos, although he is a foul-mouthed little shit. I don't know where he gets it from, but he has a lot of videos,
actually recorded on my computer.
and he has,
I
including
in FPS. I can't record.
She's speaking. You're rude, like Fluffy. Not that.
I'm still under these PCs.
well, my son, including apparently Fluffy, who has now subscribed to my son because he likes his foul mouth. My son has 34. So yeah, I was like, honey, I have 100 subscribers now, and he was like, God damn it, you grumble. It was so funny.
Oh,
Hi, Francis.
Good night, Francis. Have a good week.
Good night,
Enjoy your day, Francis. Thank you for coming. Fluffy. Hi, Fluffy. We were not talking about you at all.
Wait, we were talking about Fluffy?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mentioned that he said he subscribed to my son. That's not how you spell that, Fluffy.
Little bullets, both of you.
Fluffy, I did send the StreamYard link to Squashy, but I can put it in the chat if you want to come play. I mean, come hang out.
Yeah, we're not talking about your bits, dude.
Yeah. You know what
We've been
happens?
man mashing all night, so yeah, it's your call.
You know what happens when Willow plays with bits? They disappear into the garbage disposal. So you've been listening for about 15 minutes. You lurker. My raptors are not that sturdy. Stop that. You're gonna cave the whole place in.
Oh no, it's Fluffy. I am. Hi, Fluffy.
Pizza.
Hi, Fluffy.
Busted.
You're so silly. I'm not busted. I talk about you to your face too.
I guess that should be that way.
Hi, Mini Paul. No, the reason why I wasn't on earlier is because obviously my internet's not got much of it, so I can only limit what I can do. So I just thought I'd spy on you.
You decided to
Yeah, but
spy.
you haven't been lurking that long because I checked.
By the way, Mr. Fluffy, who
I've
said,
been lurking since before Wendy left.
and did you hear about how I won the bet? Because on my birthday live,
I know Toad was up in the closet or something.
I know. On my birthday live, you said, I bet I go live before you do again, Kodi. And I said, okay, what do you want to bet? And you said, everything you own. And I said, well, what do I get? And you said, doesn't matter because I'm not going to lose. Looks like I get to just pick something, huh?
hmm
Because I
Better
want
go get the jewelry bags, buddy.
Right?
Hey.
Plus that's silver, boy.
Hey, just wait.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna make you do
just
anything,
wait. I've got something in store for you anyway.
but I won.
Yes, you did. You won. Very luckily, you won. But
Hmm.
I actually was going to jump on. I knew when you were live. This is what she told me, so I was actually going to jump on a minute before.
But you didn't.
I
So
didn't. I know I didn't because I thought I'd give you your dues. You did well the other night, so.
I had fun. I like
Hey,
talking.
I'm telling you, you're getting good at it.
Thank you.
Don't crack a rib, Kimmy.
Yeah, Kimmy, you're really skinny. Don't laugh too hard. You'll break something.
We don't need her to break
Well, then
anything.
Chris would be upset with me because they wouldn't be able to do the dirty.
You'd have to bear with me. I don't have much time,
Oh no, not me. I've seen you do it before.
You guys do realize I can't eat as well.
How's lockdown, Flippy?
You what?
How's lockdown? He's like FUF. FUK. Yeah. By the way, you were told FUF earlier, not by me.
Okay. Goodbye.
Mike.
MS Pooks.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I was talking about you or something, and he was like, FUF, Flippy. I'm like, okay.
All right.
Because I said I had sent Squashy the link. She didn't reply to the message, so I didn't know if you were going to be here or not. So, you know.
Well, I tried not to be. You know. Nah, I'm joking. You know I'll be there anyway.
So he was like, FUF, Flippy.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, it's, Squashy's not having a good time at the minute mentally either.
Yeah, Wendy said her mom wasn't feeling good.
Not just that. What was supposed to be happening?
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
So,
Well, your lockdown is supposed to end the 14th, isn't it? You guys won't have time to.
even then, we can't. Because of the.
PayPal still locked down?
Yeah.
Or GoFundMe or whatever, still locked down?
Everything's. That apparently is going to be investigated in March or something.
Hmm.
Took them long enough.
Because I gotta pack my cigarettes and it makes a lot of noise. So the table's gonna change.
Our lockdown apparently changes on the. I think it's the 4th. Fingers crossed.
Toes and nose hairs.
Yeah, that's like trying to get. You know, you never know what's going to happen. But if we travel now, we have to have a letter stating we've had a COVID test.
I heard something about that.
Yeah. So even if Squashy was to go down to see her mum, because she's crossing a border into England, she would have to prove that's not yet. I'm on about like in a few months' time. She would have to prove that she'd had a COVID test by, a letter from doctor or the result letter.
Yeah, and then you'd probably need the same to enter the States. If they don't require you to have the vaccine by then.
You need it anywhere now from here because the UK is no longer in what they call the European Union.
You know that. You know, it's been proposed by the U.S. government. The Republicans are proposing that in order for American citizens to get their next stimulus check, they have to prove that they've gotten the vaccine.
Yeah.
And that's not going to work because a lot of people can't take the vaccine. So,
Well, and we're just now entering phase 2.
Yeah, well,
it's going to be summer before they get done.
I mean, Scotland obviously are wanting independence from the rest of like the English, you know.
Scotland has
So
always wanted that since they got
yeah,
overrun. So.
well, it's kind of happening. But anyway, it's Scotland are wanting back into the EU for the trade deals and everything.
So what, they did it and now they want to wean her out on it and they're crying to go back?
It's one of them things.
Did Scotland want
They
to
finally realize they're not equipped to do it themselves, or what? I mean,
Scotland didn't want out of Brexit anyway.
Yeah, so Scotland itself didn't want out of the EU, right?
No.
So that's why Scotland wants to separate from England so
Yes.
they can go back into the EU on their own.
Yes.
Because right now England controls what Scotland can do and not do for the majority of the big stuff.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, for the big stuff. Craziness. Next,
Yikes.
cats will be living with dogs. It's chaos.
Yikes, Wonder Woman. That's that. Yeah. I do okay with the flu and the pneumococcal shots. But yeah, they had me do a varicella vaccine, which is chickenpox, basically, because I had nothing. I was a carrier. I'd babysit a chickenpox baby, and then I would go visit family that had babies that wanted to get it over with, pass it all over. But I never got a lick of it in my body. They tested me for the antigens or whatever the bugger they're called, and yeah, I had none. So they were like, well, okay, we need to get you protected. And I thought, well, okay, we'll try, but, you know, be ready because me and stuff react funky. And sure enough, I broke out in chickenpox and had an anaphylactic reaction to the shot.
You know when I got chickenpox? When my son was a year old. That's when I got chickenpox. Getting chickenpox as an adult sucks ass. Horrible.
No, I was pushing 40 when I got them.
Well, if you have it more than once, it's got the shingles or something, isn't it?
Well, anybody that's had chickenpox carries the shingles, whatever in them. It's just whether or not it activates or not. And so far, so good. I haven't gotten shingles, but I did get chickenpox, and it was funny because my friend Rose was my road dog when I lived in Massachusetts, and she did not like the kids, my younger two kids' father, and his CB handle was Panther. Was not an appropriate, although he was a pussy. So, you know, but when I got chickenpox, she goes, "That's not chickenpox. Those are panther pox. You're allergic to that asshole. You should get rid of him."
What is Five Below?
It's a store.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it like a dime store, like a Dollar G, or is it a cosmetic store? Or what is it? Is it like Pier 1 or Kohl's, or I don't know.
It's more kind of like a Dollar Tree, but it's 5 and below.
Yeah.
Like $5 and below.
So five looks and lower.
Yeah. Christy, that's awesome.
Well, I didn't know if it was $5 and below or 5-year-old or below, or, you know, it was like a kid's store. I had no idea.
Yeah. And like the Dollar Tree upscale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well said. Well, I want one of those. We ain't got none here. I hadn't even heard of it around here, so.
I've heard of it through people talking about it on the reselling community, but I don't have no idea if we have one here. Yeah.
I think you do.
$5 and under. $5 and under.
So, Cody, have you figured out most things on StreamYard yet?
Uh-huh. Do you not see the banner scrolling below you?
Yeah, I can see the banner, but, you know, there's other things you can do.
I know.
I don't want to sign up. I just want to snoop. Get out of there.
Just checking.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Good.
Like I can do this. I learned how to do this. Watch. You ready?
Yay! Have you learned how to actually time somebody out like that?
No, I didn't bother doing that.
That has a wrench.
Although I do have a ban from studio option.
Yes, you do. But that doesn't help because I've already got the link.
But I don't have to link it back in.
No need in the tit, girl.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for somebody coming in that doesn't have a wrench.
Huh?
Take time out.
All I have to do is click on the street on the
Yeah,
YouTube, and it gives me all the options.
yeah, I know. But I'm waiting for somebody coming in that doesn't have a wrench, so I can time them out.
I've been smurfing people as soon as they come in. So,
I've
You
noticed.
son of a.
although Tim did give me the option last time to take his wrench away, so you could time him out back, but I was like, nah.
You didn't tell me that.
Of course I didn't. Don't be
I would
silly.
have timed them out in a heartbeat.
But I didn't take his wrench away, so you couldn't.
I think Tim's cool.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, jewelry, puzzles, headphones. They have some clothing too, like little clothing. No, Tim, I'm not taking your wrench
No,
away.
Tim. No, you're fine, dude.
Mm-mm.
You just do it at your channel.
Yeah, you can do it on your own channel, Fluffy.
No, hey,
If
I don't mind if it's my family and my friends. I'm saying I don't mind if it's my family and my friends. I can take the joke.
Yeah,
But
No,
when
that
it's
was
idiots,
folding it over so I could feed them.
you know, idiots that think they're bigger than
your
everybody.
channel again.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't me.
Well, if you haven't already, guys, nip over to the Fluffy channel. Subscribe. Oh, wait, everybody in here is.
Fluffy, I waited all night, and I was at Jerry's auction from the beginning. While
I
Paul,
know. You bought lighter?
I did buy a lighter, and I got upbid on it. You know, it's like, damn it, BMO, stop
It
it.
didn't bother me.
The only difference is really the other's supposed to be chunky.
Yeah, I mean, I could have. It's a really cool lighter, though. I really do like that lighter. So,
Mm.
but I've never heard BMO be interested in anything Lady Death, but
Wasn't my cup of tea, but hey.
possible. You know, I love Lady
Thanks,
Death.
That's right. It go well with my two T-shirts that I've now purchased.
Yeah, from Lenny. Did you get the shirts that Lenny got in the lot?
Mm-hmm.
I knew somebody would go after them. But,
Well, you want them to and burn them on camera.
huh? What? I didn't hear you.
So they only want them to and burn them live. What are you doing? Nah. Out of all them T-shirts, there's only a few that I actually wanted out of them, which was the Fiend hoodie, the Hulk Hogan hoodie, and the rest
Yeah.
on T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
The rest, I mean,
I was like, oh, puppy.
he'll make his money back on them Lady Death ones and on the Japanese.
Not
Jaws
to
one.
mention the jacket.
Yeah, that hard jacket. Actually, I comped that just after it, and there's two of them sitting on at the minute. One's for 600, but that's framed. And there was
Mhm.
one for 370. That wasn't. So he's
Yeah,
going to make
Sold or that people
Yeah,
are
it's
offering them? Okay.
So he's going to make money on the T-shirts,
Yeah,
regardless.
absolutely.
He'll make his money back easily.
Well,
I mean-
Jerry sent me a shirt. It's a long sleeve. It's got the chaos symbol down the side on the sleeve.
I don't think it's
They're really sweet Lady Death, graphic on it. And I mean, I can't wear it, so I want to get one of those shadow boxes that you put the jerseys in and stuff. And I wanted
Yeah.
to spend in that.
Also the Boston Celtics one that they had there as well, because I like me basketball shirts. So I'm going to get that and put it up on
Thank
the
you.
wall with Jordan.
I love you. Thank you for
The
coming
red Jordan one.
and for showing up.
Mikey, get some rest, honey.
Yeah, I'm sure she needs it after her weekend.
Like borderline orderish, I think it is.
That's Kimmy.
I don't know.
She's sweet. It's okay.
Yeah.
Kimmy is awesome people.
Oh no! Hey, if they know us, they must be awesome.
I'll tell you, it's throwing me that my name is like in yellow on my YouTube chat thing. I'm like,
Have you learned how to pin a message yet?
to pin them? Yeah, I don't do that.
Mm. I normally do that if I've got to make a point.
And I'm not going to do the pinned chat message like on the chat itself because I just think that's really annoying. I mean, I understand it's necessary for certain things, but
Have you Have you done the one where you can just click on the message and it pops up on the screen?
Do you have to do that in StreamYard, the StreamYard chat?
No.
Or can you do it with the YouTube?
You do it with the YouTubes.
Okay. I haven't done it yet, but I can. Let's see.
You know what to do with the StreamYard chat as well.
No, that
Pinned
pinned
by
it.
Kodi from pinned. That one's just pinned. Now click on the StreamYard chat version
Yeah. I gotta
and just tap on it.
Kimmy. I use Kimmy as an example.
Mm-hmm.
You just tap on it. I think.
There, like that.
Yeah, there you go. I think it's only the StreamYard one that you can actually put onto the screen.
So see,
I
it
haven't
was
figured-
Kimmy's fault.
I haven't figured out how to do the other one yet. But I will.
He tells me to do it, but he hasn't figured it out yet. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. If I can get you to do it, then you would have told me how to do it. So there you go.
You're such a Brit brat.
Hell. I've just woke up. What do you?
Brat. Brat, brat, brat. So yeah, I figured that out, so that's good. I am learned something new.
You do?
And I know Will is watching you drink that. You know that, right?
Eh?
Willow is watching you drink that.
And?
Mm. How many is that today?
1, 2, 3.
Fluffy. Supposed to be cutting down, not drinking more.
Considering I haven't had one in like 3 days, then
Then you should have just not had any. Why did you go back to drinking though if you had already not had any?
you know for a fine fact, if you've got an addiction, it's hard to.
I know. I know.
I get the shakes and everything. I don't have one. But then when I
I'm
have one,
glad
it's
you
like,
wouldn't
ooh,
giving up cigarettes. You silly big Brit.
I know, and I'm proud of you for doing it. And I wish I had the willpower to give them up. I'm working on it.
Yeah, he only smokes one at a time now.
No, I only drink one every 2 minutes. Well, all day I've been drinking coffee. So
Coffee out of Eeyore?
yeah. Well, normally what I'll do, I'll buy orange, pure orange, and replace it with that. But obviously, funds have been a bit, so they're cheaper. So
Yeah. It's always the stuff that's bad for you that's cheaper.
yeah, definitely.
It's
I mean,
true.
don't get me wrong. I can get the lemonade version of these, where these cans just come in like lemonade for 39p, but it makes me want to throw up.
I'm sitting here talking to myself because I was muted.
Oh,
As I was saying, I had a dream about you last night, Fluffy.
uh-oh.
I had a dream that you had a seizure, and then it morphed into the monkeys that I've been researching, and you became this one very notorious monkey that is a tit sucker. And all of a sudden, just out of the blue, they made me bloody eat grass. And then I woke up, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Well, there's somebody screaming about me.
No idea. Just
Oh my, exactly, Chrissy. Oh my God, it's correct.
So Fluffy
Oh
was
my.
a grass-eating monkey with a British accent. That's
no, it was a
tit
not
sucking.
grass eating monkey because she's over a year old. They're usually weaned by about 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
She's not giving it up. There's a new baby that's 2 months old now, and she's stealing his milk, and he's getting thin, and it's just an ongoing thing. But she doesn't want to eat. She doesn't want to forage. And
Well, that monkey
yeah.
and me have something in common. Love tit.
it just
Yeah,
somehow
but-
morphed into they made me bloody eat grass.
So fluffy.
And then I woke up and I sat
that
up in bed and I was like, what the fuck was that?
next to the picture of Kimmy and Chris. That right there just made my night.
Oh my.
Oh, and the video of Emily saying happy birthday to me. That made my heart smile too.
Look at that.
Oh, he's losing it.
Monkey.
Oh, goodness sake.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Well,
she's just
I
this little
do-
hunchback monkey that
Breathe,
she was
Mark,
hit by a
breathe.
big male when she was little, and she's got this hunchback
Monkey,
now.
but a hunchback monkey.
Breathe, Mark, breathe.
Monkey's name is Quasimodo.
No, the monkey's name is Jana.
The fluffy monkey, his name is Jana.
No, the monkey in the troop that I'm researching.
I was talking about your dream.
Oh.
Because you said hunchback monkey, and I was like, the
Well,
fluffy
she is
monkey.
hunchback. She got bit by a bigger male when she was little, and her spine is like this instead of like that. She's mobile and everything. She got leg use back and all, but
Now I have to ask the question that probably a lot of people are wanting to know. Why are you researching a monkey?
I'm researching the year in the life of a macaque troop as a sanity thing because I love to research, and it's a sanity thing to help me with lockdown. I research monkeys.
Macaques are
I
having
love
a
to
hard time
research,
with
and
that.
that just for whatever reason drew me in. So I'm researching monkeys.
Macaques
So
are
what
right.
made you think of the fluffy in that one? Was it the
It's a
tits looking
troop of
really
macaques at the Angkor Wat Park Reserve in Cambodia.
Well, macaques and orangutans are having a really hard time because of their environment being destroyed.
Well, they're
I think
they're
Kirsty's
told
dead.
that they're going to move this entire troop and the other 5 in the park because they want to build a resort. These monkeys have been in this park, which is tied to an ancient temple. That the ruins are still there, huge temple ruins. They've been there for thousands of years. They're carved into the rock on the old temple ruins.
Right.
And suddenly they decide they want to move them and put a resort there.
Yeah.
When those monkeys have lived there for thousands of years.
Humans
And
suck. Well,
they
I mean,
just
I
did
know.
a relocation of at least 20 monkeys that we've been able to figure out. And 2 died. They succumbed to the ketamine
Oh,
that they used to dart the big males.
Well, I know the
Big males, mind you, that don't go past your knee. Macaques aren't very big.
No, they're not. I know that the orangutans, they're tearing down the trees with them in it. A lot of them have been killed, and it's sad. And I mean, a lot of them, the parents will get killed, and these little babies are just left sitting there, like, and it's just very sad. Humans suck.
And I'm afraid if this resort thing is what they're wanting to do, the troop that I'm watching is called the Amber Troop. It's one of 5 in the park reserve. It's the biggest in the park reserve. But moving all of these troops, there's going to be strays, and that aren't going to want to go. And I'm afraid, that they'll start cutting down the trees. And mind you, these are ancient trees in this park. They're huge. Big old vine things that have like almost petrified on them. It's insane. And they're wanting to just tear it all out in a resort to look at the temple that everybody comes to feed the monkeys.
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be no monkeys. Feed the rock, I guess.
There was a resort / I don't know, like hotel type of thing in Africa, I think it's South Africa, that they built, and they built it to accommodate elephants that travel through that area to get to where they're going when they migrate. That was it.
Migrate.
When they migrate, and the entryway and the doorway and everything is big enough to accommodate elephants, and when they're on their migratory path, they open up both sides of this resort hotel, and the elephants just go through. They hang out for a little while. The babies play with people and try and drag you off the walkways that you're supposed to stay on. But they interact with the people, and they're totally comfortable with it. And then they just go on their way. I mean, it's like a stopping point for them to eat and get water and things like that.
Yeah.
And the hotel accommodated them for this. And I mean, I think that's absolutely freaking awesome. You know, I mean, preserve nature as much as we can, people. You know what I mean? You can
Preserve
accommodate this.
nature and preserve history. They're complaining that the monkeys are destroying the temples because even the active temples, the ones that aren't remains, ruins, they put all this ornate stuff on them as for their culture. And apparently the monkeys use that to climb and it's breaking the stuff down. I'm like, well, the monkeys have been there before you. You just need to make it better. But that's just me.
I mean, it's possible to accommodate nature and still make money. I mean, this is a huge tourist attraction too. The elephants going through, so these people are raking in. You know.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you can accommodate nature and still make your money. It's not monkeys are a little more destructive, but than elephants because the elephants just walk through and then they're in the back area and they're doing their thing.
They can be destructive if they get cornered or scared or But
I'm sure that they wreck some stuff, but. If everybody behaves themselves, the humans, I mean, then there's less chance of any accidents happening. Elephants are pretty freaking smart too. So,
well, the problem with these monkeys is they've been being fed by the tourists, and then for the past decade or so, been being fed by the VOs, the videographers. They come and film them and put them on YouTube.
Right.
Some of them have also been nailed by the law for illegal pet trade and all different kinds of stuff. They've influenced them. They're conditioned to come out of the trees in the morning, go down by the road, and beg from the VOs and the tourists.
Right.
And they don't forage.
And
hardly at all. You're going to throw them out in the wilderness, and they're not going to know how to survive.
Well, that and if people stop feeding them, monkeys get violent. So they start attacking people to steal their food.
Well, when the troops get too big, they do that anyways, and that's why they did this cull.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be for problem monkeys.
Yeah.
They missed all the problem monkeys. They took a mother and left a 5-month-old nursing baby behind, and they have not reunited them. They also took a pregnant mother that word is she delivered in the cage from the stress. 3 other females delivered that day too from the stress that were not captured. God only knows what's happening there because once you deliver, you need food, and whether or not they got it, whether or not the baby's nursing, whether or not her milk came in, she was a new mom. So first time mom, and it can take up to 3 days for their milk to come in. 3 days and, dehydration, renal failure. The babies usually don't make it too. So the stress could prolong that. They just didn't do it right, and they didn't correct it. They didn't bring them back and try again and get the problem ones. So the ones that still attack the tourists or are too aggressive towards the tourists to get food, are still there. And so is the baby that is no longer being nursed. And so forth, which at 5 months old, they can forage to a degree, but they generally stay by their mothers until they're about 1.5 years before they venture off and not sleep, go to the trees and sleep with mom at night, at least. Walked by mom 2-3 times a day kind of thing. And he has none of that now. He's mostly been just sitting. A homeless guy came and put rope with motorbike tires on them for Christmas for him to play. Some homeless guy came and put these in the trees for them to play. And he's sitting on that tire every day, watching the road, waiting for his mother.
Wow.
He's not foraging. He's not eating. He's watching for his mother. And that's just sad. And the one that they did take, his mother, was one of the high ranks, not low ranks.
Humans suck.
Yep.
And now with a 5-month-old that's orphaned there, he's going to get picked on by all the yearlings and stuff. It's pathetic. And are they going to rectify it and do it right? No. And 2 of the monkeys that they took from a different troop died. Let's see, one from Amber Group and then one from Amari troop. The one from Amari troop that died was their king. He was the alpha. The Amari troop is already decimated. There's a total of 6 Amari troop monkeys remaining, and then 3 babies. There was 4 babies, but the problem monkey, the only large male they left, killed one of the babies to force a female into estrus because all the females had just had babies and he wasn't getting nookie. So he killed a baby to force her into estrus. So.
Lions.
And he kidnapping her now and using her as a shield because another troop is trying to take over what's left of Amari. And he's the
Lions.
last.
If a new male takes over Pride, he'll kill all the younger cubs. So
All the babies. I know.
All the females. Estrus.
Yep, they kill all the babies to force the females into estrus so that they can make their own babies with them and get rid of the previous king's bloodline.
I finally got my cigarettes rolled. I was still trying to. I'm like, So I finally got some rolled. So welcome to We're all depressed about monkeys now. That sucks.
Feliz Navidad.
It's not Christmas anymore, Fluffy.
I know, it's just stuck in my head. I was watching Jeff Dunham earlier.
I was going to say, that's not hard because what's in your head is sticky, so I'm not surprised it's stuck.
No, my hamster's dancing to it.
Oh.
Having supper.
What are we having?
Yeah, I was going to say. What are we?
Cheeseburgers and French fries.
Nice. That was my birthday dinner.
Classic.
Yep, that was my birthday dinner. I got chicken and French fries last night. But my son was right about that honey chicken from Tyson. It does have too much pepper in it. I was like, yep, he was right, damn it.
So they did it country fried style and loaded it down with pepper.
Yeah, and it's covered in like honey barbecue. It's supposed to be like sweet honey barbecue or something. It's pepper. I'm like, I'm burning my mouth on something that's got honey in it. That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, that didn't quite mesh.
So it is what it is. But we still have burgers and we still have cheese. So, and we have French fries. We just can't use the fryer right now because the oil had to be changed out. And we don't have enough to fill it. It's a double fryer, and it's all like connected. I guess I don't know.
Bake it in the oven, you know.
Yeah, my son did that last time. They came out pretty good. Usually they come out a little.
Just grease the sheet and put them on there and season them up and chuck them in there.
I know how to cook French fries, woman. My son did that last night, and the problem is with French fries in the oven. Sometimes they're too hard for me to eat, but he made them so that they were good. So he did good.
Yeah, you just pull them early while they're still a little soggy.
Yep.
I'm a soggy fry eater, whether I have teeth or not. I don't like the hard ones. Okay,
So
the
we
overly crispy ones.
I was gonna say, so we've heard.
Yeah, not a big fan of the super crispy fries.
Yeah.
I want to have a little bit of a crunch, but they don't, not the super crispy ones.
Sis likes the super crispy. I like the mushy, so we get like a large fry and we split it, and I pick out all the soft ones, and she keeps the crispy ones.
What I used to do is I would give John all the crispy ones, but then he started having problems with his teeth, so I started giving them to Talon. So he was really happy. Talon was like, "French fries,"
Oh yeah.
Now if I have them and I have a lot of crunchy ones, like the ones that are too hard for me to eat, now I give them to my son. Whatever works. Somebody's got to eat the damn things. I will not give them to the dog, because my dog doesn't eat people food. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a dog to give him to.
She can
I
have one.
like French fries.
Simi can have like a little piece of white bread and not like hamburger bun or pizza crust. She can't eat that, but a little piece of just regular white bread, or she can have one Pringle a day. Otherwise, her belly goes crazy, and it sounds like she's swallowed an alien. It's like, no, it's high pitched. It's like squeaking. It's like a little mouse alien or something. I'm like,
I can't do high, so you'll just have to imagine it going up.
And since she sleeps next to my head, it's really annoying. Well, yeah. So I had to be careful what she eats. I forgot when I laid down one day for my nap, I forgot to grab the cat food off the floor. And I had just filled the cat bowls, because it's a little double dish thing. I had filled about 2 hours before that. So it's still about half full, and I forgot. And I laid down and I crashed really fast. And of course, the dog was right all over that. That dog farted for the whole day. Cat food makes her fart. She was
Oh, Christy likes hers hard too.
She said crispy. Willow. Willow's being naughty. Hey, pizza guy.
Yes,
What are you doing?
I'm on the phone.
With who?
It's a secret.
Oh.
Hi, Jamie. Hi, Lenny. Hi, Squashy. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Toad.
There's a gamut of your friends, Fluffy. It's got to be one of them.
I wouldn't think it would be Liam.
Yeah. No.
Hi, Jam.
Hit the nail on the head on that one.
Jam.
Oh yeah, there's Jem too. He hasn't talked to her in a while, though. I don't think since the last time she popped into his chat.
Or John Layton, maybe. I don't know. I guess that'd be Lenny.
Yeah, John and Lenny talk.
He could be bugging Conky.
Well, what the hell's is going on?
Wendy, it's not me.
Wendy's in the chat. It's not me.
Hi, Wendy.
I'm petting the cat so she'll quit kneading my boob.
Well, he's not actually talking, so I imagine on the phone means he's texting.
No.
Don't come on to my live and
Tight
ignore me.
flare back up. I don't want that. Boob on fire is not a good thing.
Right.
Well, that got his attention.
You mentioned boob, obviously.
Yeah, I said boob on fire, and here he comes.
Hey, well, I am a TikTok monkey.
You're something.
Well, we can see you, so we know you're not bloody eating grass.
No, not yet.
Not eating bloody grass. Don't eat bloody grass. That's gross.
The funny thing is I rarely dream. And yeah, I get that.
So,
Thanks.
yeah. She's dreaming about you, Fluffy.
Yeah, in a monkey suit.
Hey, you're not the only one. Wendy's had a dream of me before, and I'm sure Kodi has. So
No, actually, I have not. I don't.
Yeah, but you
dream-
weren't hanging on to the side of the tree screaming, they bloody made me eat grass.
But now I have a mental picture of that, so that's frightening.
That is hilarious, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a monkey suit.
Now I want to get a banana on a.
I've got a gorilla suit. I've got a gorilla onesie.
Yeah, you don't have a gorilla onesie. I want to get a banana on a stick and just dangle it in front of Fluffy now.
Well, that's what I could do. I could get like me gorilla onesie and stick like a bit of stick thing with the banana. Ooh, ooh.
Heavens, no.
Please don't.
Yeah, be careful where you put that banana.
You know what would be even better? You know what would be even better? If we got an Argyle puppet and put that on a stick with a string, we could make Fluffy go anywhere we wanted to. Fangirling.
Too funny.
I thought you were going to bed, Wendy.
She heard that the Fluffy was on live, so
Yeah, she heard you were live, so on my live, so she came running back.
mm.
Oh, she had to
Come
jump
on.
on here to try to get a glance at the coffee table, or what?
Well, there's nothing special about it. It's messy at the minute.
She is in bed. That means we're all in bed with Wendy.
That'll do. I'll take that one.
Here, I'll fix it, Wendy, so it's even better that we're all in bed. You ready? I love you, Fluffy. I had to. I'm sorry.
You know, these are all stacking up. You do know that, don't you?
I know.
Yeah, but so are the taurine drinks that will cause a seizure and make you forget them all. So we're good.
Yeah. He's gonna get you to that one, Willow.
I'm just stating fact.
He's still
He's
ignoring
totally
me so hard
ignoring
right now. Wendy. Okay. That was for you, Wendy.
She typed it. I thought it. You did it.
I love you, Fluffy.
Yeah, I love to hate you too.
I know, you miss me when I'm not talking.
Yeah, I admit that.
You admitted it.
He's just not sure what to do with me since I'm peeved at him about the auction.
Oh, I know what to do with you. Keep you on a, that way. That way.
I love you too, Wendy. Yeah, auction when you weren't letting her do her job.
I was excited.
Yeah,
I'm really glad.
so was I.
I am really glad that auction did well. I am.
But excitement for me kind of comes across like Eeyore. It's, thanks for noticing me.
That is not a problem.
Kind of the stoic sort in that regard.
Fluffy, Wendy said, you taking up all the bed. Move.
Not this bed. It's massive. Even her butt can fit in that twice.
You're a bed hog.
Excuse me, my butt's perfectly happy in my own bed.
Yeah?
You pointed at me.
I went that way. Oh, yeah, sorry. I went Wendy.
Duh!
I keep forgetting.
I'd call that a blonde moment, but there ain't nothing up there to be blonde. Chrome dome.
Oh, Wendy said that big monkey butt.
I do have hair there, actually.
Yeah, I
doesn't
see
count.
that.
That's like a look what I could be, but I'm not type of thing.
It's about the same size as them little butthole dots they grow right here.
It's a soul patch. I don't know why.
Little butthole dots.
You mean a cleft?
No. Hair.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay then.
I think Kimmy would say I'm on a roll tonight.
Yes, you are. And
Love
Fluffy's
you,
going.
Yeah, he's like,
wondering,
fuck you, Cheryl.
Fluffy is wondering why he clicked the link now to get on the panel.
Hey, I told you we were man bashing before he came on.
At least
I was
he's
man bashing.
not wearing a Hitler
I
staff.
was. I'm always man bashing.
We know.
My patience for men is about this thick. Piece of paper wouldn't slide in the slot.
I mean, you don't want to slide anything in your slot. You don't like men.
This one. Piece of paper.
Oh, that one. My bad.
Yeah, that slot is closed. Big out of business sign hanging on it.
Out of order.
I'd have shaved that into my thatch. Out of business.
Just don't
Considering my
abbreviate.
doctor's the only one that sees it, he'd probably be like, what the fuck?
Just don't abbreviate business, because if you put out a bus, that would not look good right there. Just saying. Nobody wants a bus anywhere near there. Although I did know a girl once that caught a
I don't
problem.
know. Wendy, you can park a bus there. Damn.
Leave Wendy alone on my live. You're not allowed to pick on Wendy on my live. My Wendy.
Ah! She divorced you, remember?
No, she didn't. Ha!
To
She said-
Wendy.
Wendy said, "Foff."
Yes, she did.
Yeah, if you say that repeatedly real fast, it sounds like a poodle.
You're on fire tonight, Willow.
In the right suit, he would look like a poodle.
Are you sure you haven't been on these, Willow?
There. See,
I haven't three-pitched it.
he said she's still married to me, so whatever.
No, there it is in writing.
Yeah, they separated for a hot minute, but
Yeah.
they worked it out.
Yeah, all that talk about walls and tables got them all flustered. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any of the details about the makeup sex. I'll tell you that.
No, none of them wear makeup. They could do with it, but none of them wear it.
Between the coffee tables, the swings, and all that. Yeah.
Make it yourself. Just make sure you keep the beard and mustache. At least it hides half your face, Fluffy.
She's on the other foot now, eh? Nobody.
Oh, Willow was the one picking on you, and now you're picking on me. Fuck off.
Capital Foff.
Yeah, Wendy
Oops, capitalized.
Wendy went F-O-F in capitals. You're in trouble now.
I'm used to it.
Me.
Christy will start doing it soon.
Ooh.
Yeah, everybody has one. Only hers is live beside her.
You don't pick Jack either. You leave my toad alone.
Yeah. I thought that was quick, wasn't it?
No picking on my Jack or my Wendy. Jack bought me chocolate, Fluffy. So,
Did he?
you know,
Jack bought you chocolate.
he did. When they went out shopping one day, he's like, "We got to get Kodi chocolate," and I was like, "Yes, you do." And yeah, and they came back and called me, and he was like, "Jack bought you a whole bunch of chocolate. He doesn't buy me chocolate." Jack's in the background going, "You don't like chocolate." I was like, "Well, Jack, buy Wendy some chocolate, and she won't want it, and you can put it in my box." Hello.
My internet's playing up.
And no, he's not. Jack is gaming.
Is he?
I would imagine so, yes. He was gaming earlier.
Yeah, probably.
Not with you.
No, he hasn't been gaming with me today. Probably will do tomorrow. So I have a game tomorrow.
Oh, Fluffy, by the way, I wanted to ask you, what exactly is wrong with your foot because I can never remember. I know that you don't have, what is it, ligaments or tendons in your foot?
On the inside of my foot. So imagine your foot look out straight. The
Well,
inside,
I only have
it'll be the left on the inside. There's no tendons. But on the other side, I have loads of chip bones inside.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bone shrapnel.
yeah.
So you had said that
And
you
I
were-
have some. I also have some suffer from something what they call footballer's heel,
Hmm.
which is an extra bit of bone at the back where the joint rubs on.
Yeah. Because you would, yeah, isn't that, ow, claw on my hip. Isn't that like a bone spur or something? Isn't that what they call them?
Yeah.
Now, you had said
Osteophyte.
that, okay, Tina, you had said that they were talking about amputation. You got a letter or a call or something that they were talking
Well,
about?
I got the last time I got it checked. They said if my tendons don't heal, it could be a possibility of lobbing the foot off.
That sucks.
Not really.
Although from what I've heard, lower, like from like the ankle down, amputations are a little easier to adjust to than as you go up higher, it's hard to adjust to.
I'm of course, because I'll just send it to you.
I don't want it. Thank you.
Well, you guys could wrap an arm around each other and you'd have a pair.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hey.
Sack race.
You only want one.
Well, because no, I thought you said the other day that you got like a letter from your doctor's office, or
I got a letter stating if my tendons haven't healed by my next appointment, they will consider the next option will be amputation.
That would suck.
Not necessarily.
In the long run, if you're able, I mean, not including my experiences with this stupid thing not wanting to heal, but for general people that it heals up rather quickly and they're able to get going on their prosthetics, it would make it a lot easier because you wouldn't have that pain and you'd be more mobile. So
yeah, I'd love to get a few fake joints, but it's not an option. So.
I have another question. How are you gaming if you don't have internet? How are you gaming if you don't have internet? Don't you have to have internet to game?
That's what you call data transfer. I have a hotspot on my phone.
You can use that for
yeah.
Come on, monkey butt.
I know Robin her hotspot to get online because
it's not as easy to do because of obviously the connection issues and stuff, but
yeah. Well, I know that Robin had said that she was using her hotspot to come on to live and everything, and her original plan she used up her data and so she upgraded and got a better plan with more data, and that went too. So I'm like,
I have
damn.
now just today, literally, got internet installed.
Oh, well, you good boy.
So
cool.
See, you're plugged back in. Cool.
So that's what's
hey, Kelly.
That's what's fluctuating because it's resetting it when you first get it on it.
Yeah.
So my data's also on. So when I do disconnect, I'll still be here.
Okay. Well, because I was wondering, like, how the hell can you game on like hotspot? Because it's like a lower speed or whatever. But
you can get all sorts of ways to do that. You get little dongles you can plug SIM cards in and play that way, and
it's quite easy. Shut up, Fluffy.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Willow was mean to you today. What's your mama? She's mean to me as well. So.
Yeah, but you earned it, Fluffy. What happened?
She was squirreling all over the place, and I was trying to keep her on task in the chat. And apparently, she feels like I was mean to her.
No, just kissing me.
She put laughy faces in, so she wasn't. Look at Willow rolling her eyes, right? She's like, "Oh God, I'm mean to everybody. Shut up."
No, that's just the way Willow looks.
I love you too, Kelly.
Yeah, Mama, we love you, Mama.
Kelly, just pick on Fluffy. You'll feel better.
Yeah, pick on me.
Yeah, have a go at him. Come on in, join us. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
Big target.
I haven't put the link in a bit. There we go. Bloop.
Yeah.
Bloop. Willow is right, yeah.
Come on in, Wendy. You know you want to pick on me too.
I was impressed, Kelly, when you had Dolly on there and you guys actually stayed focused. I was like, yeah, that doesn't happen if I go on with Mama. She'd never sell a damn thing because we get to talking and it all goes to hell. That was the best ever. I actually have never been kicked off alive, but that was the best one ever because she's like, okay, Kodi, I love you, but you gotta go. I'm like, what? Hey, Wendy. Wendy's back. Hi, Wendy.
You big fucking
Oh,
squirrel.
Jesus.
Hey, squirrel.
Okay.
I want to go bed.
We'll go bed then?
No, Jack wanted another hour on his game, dude.
Oh, what's he building now?
I don't know.
A dodo house.
I don't know. but he's building.
Good. I'll look at it tomorrow and see what he's done with my house. And
Well, now he's going to be Fluffy. You have to build a monkey house. Now you have to.
I know I'm building a dodo house.
Well, Kelly, now I feel like family. Oh, thank you. I usually, with my son, I mean, he's 26, so he can take it now. I say, I love you. I acknowledge your existence. Now go away. If he's bugging me.
Mean ass is back.
What?
I said mean ass is back.
Well, you're back, are you?
Yeah, that's what I said. Grr.
I can't see anything. I'm actually underneath it.
Gee, where'd I put my sledgehammer?
It's not a- They're enough to
Oh,
knock
you
me out.
don't want me to do that. The whole trailer.
Right in the background. Willow, Mama gave you kisses.
No, thank you, Kelly.
Night, mama.
No, she was saying that's what she says to her sisters and her mom.
No, it says I love you, but have to go now.
Oh, are you leaving, Kelly?
Not Mama.
Yeah, I heard, Mama, and I'm so broke. I spent the last of my budget on a Zippo
On
last
a
night.
lighter.
Yeah, Mama's not leaving. On the Zippo, the Lady Death Zippo on Jerry's.
No, she was referring to when Kodi modded for her, called for her.
Right.
She says, "I love you, but you have to go now."
Right. I
Come
thought
on
she was
with
going
it,
30
Kelly.
mama.
And no, actually, the day that I did that with her, when her tooth was still bugging her, we did go the whole time. Although her auction went about 2 hours past what she would normally do. Sorry, it was when I went on to thank Just Me Kathy for buying me the blue lace agate ring, and Mama was chatting, and she was like, "Okay, now you got to go because I'm distracted and I'm not going to be able to sell anything." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, you were in my live that night telling us that, and I think we laughed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
it's
funny.
funny. Everybody, when I call, they tell me, keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know, if everybody's went out except for the one, go ahead and start calling it and stuff like that. You know, keep it moving. So that's what I do. But then when I do it, you know.
Yeah. And then there's Fluffy.
I'm just unique.
Brit.
Yeah, I called an auction on Fluffy's channel. It was a benefit, and he kept trying to do all the calling when he had me there to do the calling, and I was like, "You gonna let me do my job?" First started with that in private chat, but yeah, that didn't work. And then a couple of others came in and they started calling it, and in chat, I just was like, "Y'all gonna let me do my job?"
Yep. I stuck to the chat. I wasn't even on the stream. I was in the chat and I was doing my thing. I actually covered for Rhonda. I jumped in and covered for Rhonda last night when she wanted to bid on an item in Jerry's auction. She just started bidding and I was like, did she ask somebody to cover it? I'm waiting and I'm like, nobody was doing anything. So I was like, screw it. And I hit my caps lock and I was like, dang. So yeah.
There you go.
Well, I was watching Jerry's and I thought, crap, I'm forgetting stuff. Well, I was watching Jerry's and I was getting so engrossed in it, and I was like, crap, I'm forgetting something. And I realized Conky.
Well, I went into Deanna's auction, and Kelly was co-hosting, so I knew she'd be doing the calling, but I know she doesn't tend to type. And it makes for a lot of, now what size was it, or how long is it, or what was the bid, you know. So I just started doing the typing. And yeah, if she started squirreling, I was trying to rein her back in.
Mama, I think it went well.
Yep, it did good. That's the benefit I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing the typing while you were doing the calling. Exactly, which is why I started typing.
Now I offered to do that for Kelly and she was like, no, we're good. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yes, Mama is a talker just like me. That's why we get along so well, except when it's while she's auctioning things.
Mm-hmm.
I did try. I mean, I had never called on the stream before, and she was like, "No, I want you on the stream." And I'm like, "Okay." So I did try, but the woman who said her mouth hurt and she didn't want to talk so much wouldn't stop, so
Wouldn't
that I
shut up.
could.
Yeah.
So and so.
You never have that problem.
I
So
was
I had
there
to
on
wait
that when
for-
I was in the chat.
I had to wait for her to take a breath, and I'd be like, you know. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know how we feel.
and I
For
felt
you?
bad. Shut up, Fluffy. Nobody's talking to you. So I felt bad because I couldn't do what she had asked me to do, and you know.
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't doing a good job. You know what I mean? But we were
I
having such a
tried
good
those
time.
shoes on during Fluffy's auction. And I didn't have just one talking. I had like 3 trying to call. You know. Man.
Yeah.
It was like, if y'all gonna do it, I'm going to bed. You know. I hadn't had sleep.
Well, it was like, you gonna let me do my job, or can I go to bed now?
Somebody squat that fly. It just wasn't through.
Hey Tim.
Hey, Tim.
So yeah, I mean, and ethically, if you're moderating an auction, you can't call it especially if you're the winning bidder, you can't call it for yourself. That's, to me, that's not ethical. So when Rhonda started bidding on the little Rudolph toys, I was like, well, I'm just going to go in there in case she wins the bid. That way somebody else is calling it and nobody will be crying, oh, you called it for yourself. So,
you know, I was so tempted just to,
she did
outbid her every time.
Well, with Gianna's auction, I was doing the typing, but I would wait for Kelly's prompt. So even if I was bidding, I would wait for Kelly's prompt and only type it in when she had prompted.
Yeah.
You know, when she had verbalized it.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
didn't actually win anything, so it wasn't no big deal.
I do that with when I call it. Like Jerry will be like, all right, call it. And yeah, they do. Kelly, they do. And it's like, all right, call it, you know. But in the charity auction that we did, the benefit auction, some of the things were going a little too long and there was no bids going. I'm like, okay, I'm calling it.
Yeah.
And I did count in between the, you know, going once and going twice, and then you kind of get a warning sometimes if I felt like it, you know.
Then the comic lot ended up like the T-shirt lot from Jerry Dolan.
Yeah, it kept going and going like a Energizer bunny.
I'd get to going twice, and all of a sudden another bid would come in, and I'm like, oh, crap, I have to start over, you know. But
when I got to 50, I thought, just hold them all and get rid of them. And the reason why I did that, I was speaking to Jamie about that today, was because it gives her extra room at her place, you know, and it gets rid of some stock. Plus, it was for a good cause.
Yeah.
So I just hold them all in, and I wasn't expecting when I said that, you know, for the price to go so high. We were only expecting like $100 or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, I mean, with moderating, because I have moderated for other people besides just Fluffy. And let me tell you, when I started moderating for Fluffy, he was all over the place. Okay. I had to literally put Fluffy focus in the chat. He is so much better now with presenting his items and, you know, getting to the next ones and things like that. But there are some where you're moderating that you just have to, the moderator actually has to take control of the chat and be like, okay, this is what we're doing. And, you know, and I don't ever want to seem like bossy and it's my show, but there are times, and I'm sitting, because I'll be sitting here like for half an hour on something that has like 3 bids and people are like, oh, hold on. I'm like, you know, so there's sometimes you just have to move it along. Hi, Virginia.
Well, the reason why I used to fluster about that, because I used to want everybody to have a chance to bid on, but then I was like, just get the bids out there, you know, and just get it out there. And
that was me last night.
She was. And Virginia, I'm in kind of doing a live, so I can't really just. I'm not Fluffy. I don't double dip my lives.
I'm already.
I figured Fluffy would be there.
No.
Oh wow! Look at that.
I'm chatting with the people, which you're supposed to do. You know.
I will probably watch the replay because I like their ranch videos and stuff like that almost as much as I like coin pushing videos.
Yeah,
I like
well,
the area and their property and stuff. It's pretty cool.
I like watching the videos and I like just sneaking in at the end trying to win the giveaways.
Who was?
Oh yeah, the ranch update live.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hales are doing their ranch update right now, but I will watch it on replay. Watching Donna and T. I love Donna and T.
Yeah, the Donna and T's auctions go well.
How have they changed, Virginia? I haven't noticed a change in George or Jeremy.
Well,
Jeremy's a little more serious because he's having to deal with some pretty serious issues. Good night, Kelly. Thank you for coming to my
Night,
live.
Mama.
Night, Mama.
Night, Mama.
Night, Kelly. Rest well, dear. And take your meds.
Love you, Mama. Yeah, take your meds.
She said she's had an Adderall.
She said she had her Adderall that day, that she had Dolly in her chat and everything was calm. And
Well, at Gianna's auction, she hadn't taken it.
Mm-hmm.
AKA me trying to rein in her squirrels. It's like herding cats, I tell you.
my squirrels went to a rave. They haven't come home yet.
I've never had a squirrel. I have no
I wasn't
from a guinea
tossing
pig
you
yet.
out, just reining in your squirrels.
Wait, no.
I haven't upgraded from a guinea pig yet.
Wait, how's this, Kelly? Kelly, can you please take your meds? How's that? Is that
Yeah,
better?
Virginia drama follows everybody.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Love you too, Kelly.
Well, I mean, Virginia,
And
they had a lot of drama in Ohio, too, because of that landlady in the warehouse and everything, too. So it's just,
Life has drama. You can't get away
In the
from
words
it.
of a purple little friend of mine.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, in Florida, that kind of stuff is actually happening. They're not making that up.
I know they seem a lot more excited about obviously the new place. That's probably the difference I've seen. But
But I mean, you do have to be very serious and cover all your bases, and you can't let them bully you or anything else because they will run right over you and do whatever they want. And the next thing you know, you're liable for the crap that's on your property and what's going on, and you don't want that. So.
No, Virginia, he has his two little helpers doing the warehouse stuff at the minute.
And from what he has said, they're doing a really good job. So I'm really glad for them.
Yeah, Patience and I don't know the other one.
I never can remember his name, but I remember Patience because I just think she's adorable.
Travis? Is it Travis?
Don't know.
Or Christian? Something like
Christian.
that. Christian.
That's it.
Yeah, the kids.
Yeah. He's found some good workers there, I tell you.
Well, I think what they're going to be doing is going back and forth. Like in the winter, they'll be in Florida, and then in the summer, they'll be in Ohio. If there's still drama going on when summer hits, they need to get somebody to stay at their place in Florida so that they can keep an eye on the place, because as soon as all those neighbors know that they've moved out, they will start some crap.
Well, I think what's going to happen is going to end up owning all of the properties around it anyway. So.
But still, I mean, legally, unless you have a reason to evict someone, you can't just say, hey, I don't want you on my property anymore if they're already an established resident. So, and if they don't want to sell, they're not going to sell if those, yeah, they need to hire somebody to come stay on the property, whether it's in a camper, like a trailer, or whether
they've got plenty of Ohioans and plenty of fans that'll do that.
I mean, because like what I did with my friends that I was staying with, the second place I stayed in Florida was with my friends Michelle and Stuart and their two dogs. And what it was is that they would travel they'd be home for a week and then they'd be gone 2 weeks. And they didn't want to put the dogs in the kennel because that would be a lot of time spent in the kennel, and that's expensive. So they were having the former person that I stayed with watch their dogs, like come out and feed them and let them out. She was not doing a good job. So when I moved in, they were like, do you mind? I'm like, I will absolutely take care of the babies. So that's what I did is I house sat for them, living there, I took care of the house. I kept it clean and I let the dogs out and all the dogs played. And it was so funny because there were 3 different sizes of dog. From Sydney, who's 35 pounds, to the 100-pound Great Dane. It was awesome. And I had a blast.
I've just noticed, Kodi, I've just noticed the cat in the corner is wearing a necklace.
Yeah. You want to? Did you see what it was?
No. Can't make that out. It's very sorry.
It's a glowy pentacle with the single point up. So nobody panic. No one panic. It's not satanic. Technically, even the other one is not satanic, but we'll just leave that alone for now. We won't discuss religion.
No, an upside down pentacle is a grounding rod.
It's also a banishment to banish negativity.
Yeah.
Yep. But just like with the cross, people stole it for their own purpose. That and the swastika. Do you know the swastika is actually a Nordic symbol?
Yep.
And they stole it. Well, I knew you would know that. And the Germans stole it to use it for something very negative, and it's not a negative symbol in any way. So, but now
Good
no
to know
one
that
can,
library I got in there is good for something.
but now no one can use it because of what Hitler did with it. So,
Yep.
kind of sucks. All about misappropriation, man. But yeah, I put that banner up there because Robin is awesome, and she made this background for me, and I wanted her to have full credit and to thank her.
Yeah.
So it's her little because she said is so tiny over in the corner with the purple cat eyes.
It depends on what the screen is.
So I put a banner up there that covers it. When the banner's scrolling, I'm like, yeah, that didn't really work out the way I expected it to. Whoops. Sorry.
Yeah, she could have put it up in the bare spot above the cat eyes. That way the banner wouldn't cover it.
Well, I actually thought it would be bigger because I told her to make sure she puts her info on there because I want Robin to have full credit for anything and everything she creates. But I thought it would be bigger.
I did notice something though.
What?
The same colour purple as on Argyle sock.
That is a royal purple.
So
And it's got the same centerpiece as the one she did for my birthday chat. So that's pretty cool.
I like me video she's taking to Diego.
I still
See,
can't believe the color.
that cat reminds me of Delisa.
The cat reminds me of Onyx too.
Especially because you know the little bit round here.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I've got a picture of him where he's got his harness on, and he's looking to the side, and it's like he's got his jacket on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's trouble. Don't know where mine is. It's probably run off. Did you just find a phone yet, Willow?
No, I don't think so. Have you found your phone?
Yes.
Oh.
It was in the car.
She left it in the car.
Yeah. Crisis averted.
I left mine at Walmart once.
Daily crisis averted. She's always either losing her phone or her headband or her teeth.
Well, I was at Walmart once. I had one of those little. It was back when flip phones were, the thing, and I had one of those little hard case things, and I had it just hooked on my pants because I don't wear a belt. And when I was done using the bathroom, when I stood up, the phone came out of the case and went into the toilet. So
Yeah, she flushed one too.
I was not happy with that at all. So after that, I always took my phone and put it on top of the toilet paper dispenser because it's flat, right? Well, one day I didn't even think about it, and I walked out of the bathroom, left my phone in there. Luckily, some nice person turned it in because I went to customer service.
Yeah.
That just confused the crap out of me.
My favorite phone too.
How can you lose your teeth if they're in your mouth?
In your mouth?
What the fuck is a mooth?
Yeah, sorry. I'm afraid of you weird talking people. How can you lose your teeth if they're in your mouth?
There you go. Wendy's cat's going all zen. Wendy's cat's just like, oh.
Hers are still all there. She doesn't have dentures.
How can you lose your teeth?
She did braces and the whole thing. My sis.
Mm.
She did braces and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have done any good for me. I inherited my father's teeth. Brush, floss, go get them cleaned. The whole bit, do all the right things, and they still rotted from the inside out. So
Yeah, I know that problem. Mine actually.
I'm just admiring when Cody's pushing in the corner.
You're in the corner now, baby.
Hey, sharing the corner with your pussies and doing, yeah, that'll do.
Stay away from my pussy. You are not allowed.
I was trying to see, but all I can see is darkness, black hole.
Out of business.
That's because
Yeah,
your
yours
eyeballs
is.
are facing the wrong.
Probably.
That's because your eyeballs are facing the wrong way. That's
No,
your,
that's because Wendy's sitting there.
no, you leave my Wendy alone. One more time, Fluffy. There'll be strike 3.
Ooh, strike 3. What do I get for strike 3?
You'll find out.
Ooh, bring it. Come on, bring it.
3, 2.
You can't
One.
push it. Oh, it's all right.
Waiting.
You get to wait. That's what you get.
Oh,
How do you keep a Fluffy in suspense? That's how.
And then when he's all hyped up about something and he's just chattering away.
Bam.
In other words,
Which one
next
has
time you have a
purple?
benefit auction.
the next time I got purple jewelry in my hand.
Mhm. You forget you lost the bet, so I still get to pick.
Yeah, that's if we can get to see it.
Well, if I don't get to see it, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, you might get to see it, but you might not be able to dibs it.
I will because, hello, I have won the bet.
What's the space?
So yeah, when is Diego coming across the pond?
Diego's not coming across the pond. You can't swim.
Well, according to your bet, everything she has, but you lost.
Oh, doesn't mean she's getting Diego.
I wouldn't do that.
We need to
That's
move
fine.
this way, Cody, so we can go through the jewelry together.
Right?
Hey.
No,
Yeah, draw for Diego.
I could call dibs on all those unclaimed, ungone through bags of jewelry, but he's going to be like, yeah, but your ass is paying shipping, bitch.
Can it? Somebody's already claimed them.
Linda.
Often, shipping is expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even have to guess on that one. It's just like, oh, Linda.
Hey, I've got to figure out shipping for yours in the first place, Cody. It's heavy enough.
Yeah, I would
Mine
imagine.
too.
Yeah, I know.
Because there should be some Winnie the Poohs in there, and those little things have heavy butts.
Yeah,
They
we
still-
don't have what's coming.
I
Freaking
still-
lockdown.
Just so long as, oh, did you guys ever get my purple bear back? Because I know it went back to Squashy's house. You got it back? Okay.
Yeah, the reason why she wanted to keep hold of it was because obviously it went in the thing and it was
Yeah.
a giveaway. Yes, it's in your box. That was one of the first things that when we modified your box and you told us to redo it. That was one of the first things. Well, you said take my box and put everything around. And
Yeah,
that was one of the first things that went back in.
cool.
Along with your butterfly and your rings.
My 3 rings and my butterfly. They're so pretty.
And
Oh,
they still have the little sticker on it.
cool. Did you see what Stash said in the auction last night? He was trying to win me something and give it to me.
Oh, yeah, he said he's got a load of stones or something for you, didn't he?
Yeah, he sent me a picture, and they're all finished gemstones for the most part that I could see, and like what Lenny has, and they're all in the little round containers, and there's a whole bunch of them, and I was like, oh, ooh. Like, oh, I'm gonna have fun with those. So
Very
yeah,
nice.
I really need my gem tester, so it's a very nice
Yeah.
present he's sending me.
Yeah.
And
Very
again,
nice.
I'm forgotten.
He's very sweet. It was a birthday present.
Just picking on you.
Birthday
Jesus,
present.
dude.
So is this doing the dishes or is she fixing herself something to eat?
She's doing her lunches for work.
Ah. I knew she was in the kitchen.
Has
Yeah.
she fed Winnie?
It's Sunday.
there's always a whole lot of noise in the kitchen because she's prepping stuff for her lunches.
Wendy went poof. Don't fall asleep, Wendy.
I'm not.
Okay. Well, I'm probably
When we
gonna.
start hearing snoring, we'll know.
I'm probably gonna go another 10 minutes. I'm not gonna make this a 5-hour one this time. 3 is good. Yeah, it's been 3 hours.
Well, Fluffy flaked.
That usually means that his phone rang.
Usually.
I know we're all like, there he is. Did your phone ring?
I was on the phone with Squashy. Sorry, Squashy called.
It's okay.
It's all right.
She'll be in the chat in a minute.
Oh, cool. Oh, my damn cat. Shredding my room.
I see
She
her.
heard people picking on me, and then decided to come and continue on.
She'll probably just join the picking on.
Yeah.
Probably. Here you go, son. There you go, my man.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna see. Fluffy's armpit. Stop that. Gorilla. Stop it, monkey
I
man.
guess that's better than when he stands up and puts his junk right in the screen.
The next time you do that, you're gonna come back. Willow's gonna have a big pair of scissors right there. Although you could probably use the embroidery scissors, Willow.
Hey, my pickle doesn't bounce.
Hey, Squashy.
Hi, Squashy.
Did you?
Usually when the pickles don't bounce, that's usually because they're an innie.
No, it was just something Dawn said earlier on one of our lives.
Just saying, I worked in a
Pickles bigger than
restaurant.
that.
Trust me, there's a whole lot of innies out there.
Yeah. Those are the dates you stay back.
Hey, Squashy. In pain, but I'm here. What's
Some
new?
good Squashy.
Apart from picking
Yeah,
on
go
me.
out. I know what you're talking about.
They're all picking on me if they're not having dreams about me.
Nobody picking on Fluffy. Nobody would do that. Come on.
Pick on Fluffy.
What?
Maybe cross.
Fluffy.
Yes,
Fluffy
apparently I'm a monkey that sucks on the tit and eats grass.
and Fluffy was picking on Wendy and Jack.
I always pick on Wendy and Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Your man has one more
Kind of
strike.
used to it.
He'll find out what happens.
Yeehaw! One more strike. Oh. Oh, I think you said bring it.
But you don't have the strike yet, so I can't. Then I
Come on,
wouldn't,
man.
I wouldn't be keeping my word.
Your word.
Yeah, my word is my bond. My bond is my honor. I said if you get another strike, I'm not going to do it without that strike. So that's up to you.
So be a good boy, Fluffy.
Well, on this one, we all know it's not an if, it's a win.
Yeah. Well, man. One way or the other. I'm easy.
Well, now we heard.
So we figured.
Just like somebody else said, Wendy.
Fuck you,
Come on
Fluffy.
with us, Squashy, and you can help us pick on him.
Oh my, what happened?
Or not.
Bye, Fluff. Love you.
I warned him. He's in the back like. Now you know what would happen.
Interesting to see what furry smirk he comes up with for this one.
To you too, Fluffy.
Wonder if he like grass in his teeth.
Ah, I'm blind. Oh my god. Holy fuck.
Fluffy got naked.
Fluffy, I'm gonna remove you permanently. What in the hell? Now I can't see him. Oh, my dog's coming back.
Makes me glad that I can't see down the bottom.
Yeah. It's one advantage of not being the moderator. You don't see the people in the back. Yeah.
I cannot unsee what I just saw.
I'll loan you this if you need it.
Magnifier?
No, it was the other side. It was plenty big enough, trust me.
Just saying.
Twerkage. Uh-oh.
Which means furry jello.
So if you heard the dog growl this
Uh-huh.
okay.
Aw.
No. They do that to her on purpose. They know she doesn't like it. Did you just light your chest hair on fire? What are you doing back there? Is this like a fire protest? Like if I don't let you come back, you're going to set yourself on fire? Stop that. Stop it. Ugh.
Special ed back there. What the hell?
Yeah, really.
I bet you that one hurt, didn't it, Fluffy? Mhm. Okay, I have to bring him back because this fucktard just lit his nipple on fire. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. You can't prove it.
Yes, but I don't lie, so people believe me over you.
I'm quite sure that she knows how to do a screenshot.
I can't
All I
even.
can say is I don't see any grass in his teeth.
Yeah, he was twerking on my live from what I was told.
I was before backstage.
I still haven't went back and watched it. I was streaming while I was over here cooking, and he was twerking. That's all I know.
Yeah, hey, I was enjoying dances.
And now
Yeah,
he's
me
got
more-
nipples. Now every time I see him, all I'm going to think of is flaming nipples. I just. See? Proof. Bam. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have to light mine on fire for them
Well,
to burn.
the first one I didn't.
This
I
guy
actually
just
had
does
it
that
out
enough.
there, like in front of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I actually didn't realize it was closer.
Karma.
You and Wendy were just dying.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog.
Yeah, well, I was more horrified because I just saw that on a little screen and it was like, bam, huge ass on this little tiny
Hell
screen.
yeah. I'm gonna make a huge ass.
There was no background. Okay, I couldn't see the wall past him. It was just.
Now you know how I feel.
Behave. Fuck you.
Sorry,
I don't know, Chrissy. I think people just stop chatting in the chat. I think that's why it keeps stopping.
yeah.
Otherwise,
Just be
YouTube is-
fresh.
The chats have been
All you do
freezing
is
up on
come out.
YouTube the past week, so
Easiest way to do that is come out and check if we've got an update on the app.
Oh, the
If
video
you use
keeps stopping? That's either my internet or YouTube or StreamYard.
It's not you haven't dropped for me yet. So what
I'm
it'll
not the
be
only
is
person. That it'll just go black and it'll have that error code thing on it,
Yeah.
and you have to refresh to bring it back.
Yeah. check for an update.
An update on what?
The YouTube.
I'm not on a phone, dear. I'm on a laptop.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. If you are, that's what it causes to do on the phones. So
My son just woke up a little bit ago. He's not feeling all that great right now. Like he's all groggy, blah blah blah. Yeah, that kind of thing.
He's the burly bear. What the fuck was
I'm really
that?
not sure. That was either Jason. It was either Jason or my son. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
When they get high pitched
Sounds
like
like
that, it's hard to
somebody
tell
just
apart.
well, you know.
well, you're doing well. 102 subs now, Kodi.
Yay!
17 thumbs up. Yeah, you're doing pretty damn well.
Cool. Thank you, people. Thank you.
You're getting there, girl.
Mm-hmm.
There went the kitty across the front. I couldn't see Wendy for a hot minute. It's like,
Yeah, kitty butt.
It's a cat
Callie's
bomb.
back to sleeping in the toy box since I crush her basket with my knee. Of course, I can't get out and go find another basket.
Well, it could have, if it went black, it could have been because I got my boobies out. So, kind of dark.
Onyx is right there, and Simi is right there, and
Trouble
has woken up.
Okay.
And she, hold on, is right there.
There she is.
And there's the tour of my room. At least one half of it. Welcome to my world. And Onyx moved. As soon as I pointed the laptop at Onyx, she moved and came over here and started eating. So
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I guess I've moved around enough. My troublemaker has disappeared. She's not behind me.
Over here on the table.
I got up to clean up from dinner and put things away, and she's not back here.
I know where this conversation with my son is leading. He's like, got to be honest, I really don't feel like cooking. And I'm like, okay, what about microwaving? Because I do have like the Uncle Ben's rice in the packet things, and I still have vegetables out there. He's like, nope. I'm like, so what do you want to do? You know what he's going to say?
Yep.
He's going to say what Fluffy has as his name. And that's what's going to happen.
Pizza.
Yep.
Yeah.
You buying?
Huh?
You
I
buying?
don't know what I'm going to eat for supper yet.
He said, I love my kid. He said, technically, I want you to buy me pizza, LOL, but I have the oven preheating. Wait, what do we have? What do we have that goes in the oven?
Food.
Well, I know he has to cook French fries, so we might be having cheeseburgers and fries, which is cool.
Ooh.
I like cheeseburgers and French fries.
Why does he expect you to buy the pizza?
Because he's saving his money in case we have to split the rent in half.
Yeah. Just
He's holding on because he's not working. Because he's not working, he's holding on to his money in case there's financial issues again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't think of that before you got that big.
It's the wrong way, but it probably will be.
I couldn't hear both of you talking at the same time.
That's just to be honest. You know, there probably will be. You know why?
I'm aware.
Mm.
And what did you say?
I was saying that he didn't think of that when he bought that big old TV and stuff.
Well, because he still had a job then.
Yeah, by what, a few days?
He just messaged me with, sigh, I wish it was pizza. He knows I have my birthday money, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's your money, honey.
No.
Uh-huh.
That's my pizza and Pringle fund for the rest of the month.
Kodi needs
Well, it's not like he didn't pay you back that money that he had to use when
or at least lightly salted. No more sodium. You gonna blow up again.
Yeah, no, I ordered the lightly salted ones the last time when I had my mom pick up my order.
Hey, at least
I get the lightly salted ones, and I didn't get a 6-pack of water this time because I kind of ran out of money, but I still have one of the bottles of water left from before, so to flush all the salt out. But considering I don't eat 3 meals a day, so my sodium count on an average day is pretty damn low. I think I'm doing okay. I mean, hell, size 9 is fitting on a size 11 finger, so I think I'm doing okay. And
That's
I haven't had any like joint issues like from fluid retention because I can feel it when I start having the fluid retention.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good. I keep very aware of my system, so I know like, whoops, overdid it, you know.
I always have more water. I have water in my right leg. I don't generally have water in my left. But my right one always retains water because of that knee.
My legs, well, leg and a half. But when I still had both legs, full legs, it wasn't water retention in my legs. It was in my joints, but it wasn't in my legs. My legs were vernacular dermatitis. Blood flow would go down, but it wouldn't all come back up. It was a circulation issue, and then it would seep into my pores and swell up, and it would get gross if I didn't keep my feet elevated. So that was not fluid retention. But when I did have fluid retention, it was my upper legs were affected and my knees and just everything. It was horrible. Yeah, I was. But the pizza diet for the first couple of weeks of the month apparently did weird things and did the opposite of what it should have done. Because carbs are sugar, and I should have gained weight, and apparently I did not. I don't get it either. I don't know. I'm not going to question the cosmos. Yeah, because I pretty much lived on pizza for the first 2 weeks of the month. I did. Pizza and my chicken carbonara.
Yes, pasta and pizza.
Pizza and pasta.
Carb overload.
It was carb overload. Tina yelled at me.
Diabetic, and I'm sitting there going,
well, you're diabetic. I'm not diabetic. So.
That many carbs, I'm surprised you're not.
Yeah. Well,
soda.
People that say that about my Pepsi, they're like, damn, you drink Pepsi every day. I'm surprised you're not diabetic. I'm like,
exactly. Between the carbs and the soda, that's why I'm like going, and I'm surprised you're not.
Yeah.
What they said about me with them bloody energy drinks.
I do take my metformin, so maybe that's helping. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like that's the thing. I don't feel like I've lost weight, but I have at least in my hands, so I don't know. It is what it is. It will be what it will be.
If you've been prescribed metformin, you're diabetic.
Well, no. When I went into the hospital with the fluid retention and the heart issues, I also had a urinary tract infection, and that's when they did the test for diabetes, and that can skew your test. Now, they never retested after the antibiotics and everything, and the infection was gone. They never retested. They just went with, I'm diabetic, but the amounts when they were doing the finger pricks before and after I ate, the amounts of insulin they were giving me was like 1 or 2 milligrams. It was tiny, tiny little amounts. And I'm like, and I didn't have any of the diabetic symptoms. And I went home and I started eating low carb, blah, blah, blah. And I did lose weight, of course, because I was living on yogurt and like 5 saltines. I'm like, hello, I'm starving. But I did lose weight then. But I still wasn't, even when my blood sugar said it was high, I wasn't experiencing any of the symptoms that they said I should, and vice versa. And then, stop it. Good girl, Sunny. Good girl. You tell that kitty no. My dog regulates. Then that doctor, the second time I went in, that was pushing, when I went in for my surgery, was pushing for me to be on insulin at home. I was like, God, you're acting like a drug pusher. Okay, write me the script. Blah, get away with me. The script he wrote me would have put me in hypothermia, and I would have been dead before I hit the second one on 911.
Hypoglycemia.
Yeah,
hypothermia. Hypothermia is
when you're cold. Yeah, I know. What Willow said. And luckily, I checked with my home healthcare nurse, who then tried to contact the doctor that prescribed it, because she said that the dosage didn't sound right on either one of the bottles, because he prescribed me 2 different insulins. And I'm like, I go from never having to take it to all of a sudden having to take 2 of them. I'm like, what is going on? And the doctor's office didn't call her back, so she called the pharmacy at our hospital here. And these pharmacists are absolutely fantastic. They are wonderful people. And they were like, tell her not to touch those. We're going to call some people. So they called, apparently, people that were in the diabetic field, and they were like, no, that will kill her. Tell her not to take that.
Accident total car in Finchley, Morgan County Fairgrounds.
So then I to my doctor, my regular general practitioner, and he asked me a bunch of questions, and I answered them honestly about my reactions to different things. He's like, yeah, I don't think you're diabetic. Don't worry about taking insulin at home. So, but he told me that it doesn't hurt to take the metformin because it does help regulate everything with carbs and sugars and stuff. He goes, but still don't eat a lot of carbs. And I'm like, okay. But
I'm going to go because I have a kinky toad.
You go, Toad. Have fun, Wendy. Love you.
Love you all. Bye.
Wendy has a horny toad.
A very much.
Have fun.
Have fun.
I love you.
I love you. So yeah, my doctor, I mean, they still haven't done another test, but my doctor determined through different analysis and everything that I'm not, but he wants me to take the metformin anyway, so that's what I do when I take my meds.
I wasn't sure when I take my meds.
Well,
I need to get me up something to eat.
I'm kind of out of them. Well, I have plenty of metformin and I have plenty of lisinopril. I have one. The hell is the other blood pressure medicine? I don't know, begins with a C. I have one of those left because they have me on 2 different blood pressure medications, which is crazy. And then I still have my fluid retention pills, and I still have my baby aspirin. So I do take a baby aspirin every day because I have the stent and I don't want any blood clots. So I do take the baby aspirin. But the other ones I'm out of, and I have nobody to pick up the meds at Walmart anymore for the $4 and $10 medicine.
Toxic worms, sour and chewy.
No.
Oh, that could have put mini box.
No. So
Diego says I want some.
yeah, hi Diego.
Does Tim want them?
Now
So-
Diego wants some.
Eh?
In order for me to get my meds, I have to pay out of pocket, and since I can't go to the pharmacy where they have the discounts for the $4 or whatever, I can't afford them. So, yep. Because I have a pharmacy that will deliver, I just can't afford those meds. I mean, my gabapentin, which is for my pain, that cost me $60. I think the receipt said $65. So. And the only reason
I remember one time I was licking a sweet, a sour. You come over and you had a lick of it, and just, it was like out in his tongue for a while.
My uncle once said that his poodle got everything that he got for food. So he would take a plate and he would put a little bit of everything that was on his plate on the dog's plate. Well, he got Chinese food when we were out there once, and he put a little bit, absolutely everything, the sauces and everything. I'm like, what are you doing? I was a teenager. I'm like, you shouldn't give that stuff to a dog. He's like, oh, she gets what I get. And I'm like, yeah, that dog hit that Chinese mustard, man, and I have never seen that look on a dog's face.
Oh, that those sour ball things?
She was like, yeah, it was, I've
They're
never
in plastic inside. I just wrapped them in this. But these apparently are the worst. One of these and you lose your taste buds for a week.
No, thank you.
So I didn't even know dogs could make those kind of facial expressions. I didn't know that their muscles work that way, but the expressions on this dog's face, I swear that dog shit in his shoe later that night for giving her that food. I swear to you she did. And I told him, I was like, you see, you're trying to kill your dog. Stop that. I was like, take the sauces off the plate. I'm like, damn.
I might let Squashy have one of them sweeties.
Oh,
You leave
why would you be so mean to Squashy?
Leave Squashy's taste buds alone.
She's got none at the minute.
She already got to deal with bad taste with you. It'll take him a minute. We'll wait.
What?
I love you, Fluffy. Squashy said it's all good. I can't taste.
Oh,
Yeah, she can't at the minute. She can't taste the food off.
Or Squashy, she can't taste anything.
No.
Is it due to being having the cold?
It's
You got?
they said it's more than likely a sinus infection because she is bad with the cold.
Yeah.
But just in case they wanted to do tests and everything, so
Well, yeah, she should absolutely do a COVID test just to make sure.
Yeah.
yeah, I've got one here for her. So
Ooh.
see, well, if it was that though, I would have, because I've been around her for
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Some people get it and they're asymptomatic. They don't have any symptoms. So you could potentially have it right now and not have any symptoms.
Yeah.
And some people already have the antibodies in their system, so they don't get it.
Yeah, I could have that as well.
So
Who's buddy?
even the virus doesn't want to fuck with you, Fluffy.
Hey, I get a cold for all of what? 6 hours?
Ah, my son is like, I'm going to bed. Let me know when the pizza gets here. What?
I'm still waiting for him to go OTT on one of his games again. I'm caught up now. I'm waiting for the next one.
I was like, what pizza? You ordered pizza? Kid. This kid. La-da-dee. Oh, yeah, I did say I was going to end it at 3 hours, didn't I?
You're fine.
You're 16 minutes over.
Yeah. Well, we know that it won't be Fluffy because he wouldn't reach. I couldn't help it. It was so good. It was right there. She set it up. Couldn't help it. I love you, Fluffy. He's like, Cody, I'm starting to really hate you now.
No,
You should be used to this by now.
No.
You know what it is? He's not in control of everything on the StreamYard, so now it's not as fun.
Doesn't bother me.
Of course it doesn't.
I'm used to it.
Of course it does. Go what you want.
As it goes in there, bypasses the hamster and goes out the other side.
Well, that's because the only thing in there is the hamster.
And it's dead.
And his wheel. No, not this one. I got another one.
Oh,
This
did you get
one.
one?
Yeah.
Gotta replace it.
This one's lazy. Doesn't got a bed move.
Fluffy, nothing can live in a vacuum. Release the hamster.
Yeah, you're an expert at that.
That was a horrible comeback. You have to do better than that.
Not getting it back.
No, you can keep it.
Steal.
Yeah, my son's fucking with me. I just heard the aluminum foil, which means he's setting up the pan to put french fries in the oven. Squashy would know. Squashy said your other hamster ran away.
It did. Took one look at you on live.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Squashy.
Yeah, the hamster came to my house because it knows it's safe here and won't be tortured by you. Sorry, delayed return because I had to get the dog away from the water bowl. Tim, let him grow. Go girl. Go girl. Go girl. Yes. Welcome back, Willow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I guess it's going to be a 3.5 hour.
Did you find substance in the other room?
Yeah, did you get something to eat?
Yeah, I heated up some soup and a hot buttered biscuit.
Ooh. Well, butter my biscuit.
Butter my biscuit. Call me done. Thank you, Squashy.
What's the matter, Fluffy? You look so serious.
Keep your nose off my biscuit.
Why so serious?
Who, me?
No, him.
Oh. I'm going to say, I'm just hurting.
Oh, he's ignoring us now, and he's, on his tablet.
Love you, sweet butthead.
Mm-hmm. I know.
He's making a list of how many times he has to get back at me when I go on to his lives. I didn't think you could count that high, but I'll give him a little credit. He's gonna get me so bad. Yeah.
I'm typing all these down.
Well, you're misspelling them. Are you sure you'll be able to read them?
Timestamps as well.
Oh, Squashy, don't take it back. It was good. No backpedaling, Squashy. It was funny.
Evelyn, how much she's been Facebook for years? What?
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, what's the nose and tonsils comment about? I missed something.
Well, Squashy apparently can't taste anything that she's eating or drinking. So I said, COVID test, and he said he has one there for her to do. And she said, yeah, I had to shove something out my nose and down my throat and tickle my tonsils. And I said, well, that leaves Fluffy out because he wouldn't reach your tonsils. And I got that one right there.
What everybody started laughing. And I started hanging my head and shaking.
Sorry, Willow, you asked. Sorry, you okay?
I did.
Yep, you okay?
Yeah, I just had a bean try to go down the wrong hole.
And that's the hole that's closed.
Nope, wrong floor, dear.
We know it wasn't Fluffy's bean because it wouldn't reach that far.
And then about the hamster running away.
Yeah. I said nothing can live in a vacuum. Release the hamster.
Because we were talking about, whatever it was that he said, that the jokes that are being poked at Fluffy was in one ear and around past the hamster and out. And I said the hamster was dead.
Must be doing something right if I can make Willow choke, Squashy.
You didn't make her choke. I did.
Yeah, you never shut up, so now we'll fit them out.
Oh, you mean I never shut up like you did at the benefit auction when you wouldn't let Willow do her job?
That's once. How many times do you go on lives and never shut up?
Right back at you, buddy. Half the time I'm talking, you're talking over me.
I'll be sitting there quiet. Still.
Well, otherwise there's awkward silence because you're not paying attention to your own live.
And this isn't my life.
Not right now, it's not. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be.
Hey, I told you I'd be here to support you. Doesn't mean I have to do anything.
You're fighting again. Jesus. Like living with babies in the house.
I heard that.
Love y'all.
I love you too, Tim.
Oh, my dears.
Sorry, Daddy.
Y'all are terrible. Funny.
We are.
In a good way. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
My son is funny. I was like, hey. He's like, what? Hey. I was like, no, night. He goes, but it is night. Fine. See you in another 7 hours. And my light just went out. I was like, and he went snore sounds. So, I have no idea why my light just went out. There's so light in there.
Did you just blow your bulb?
No, well, it might be the bulb. Where the hell is my phone?
Never explode anything.
It's dark and I can't find my phone. It figures I have a black phone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Hold on, let me try something. Okay, the fan shut off too, which means
Circuit.
nope. See that switch right there?
Kitty cat.
The cat turned off the lights.
And messed with my switch, so the cat shut my light off on me. And guess what cat it was?
Onyx.
Yep.
Love you, mommy.
You don't need to see, Mom. It's okay.
We get to look at you by the glow of the laptop screen.
I'm like a floating head now. Always something.
No. I have a paw
Uh-huh.
trying to go for my biscuit.
And what is it with the cats and pastry? Do they like bread and pie and donuts and cake?
Yeah,
Just smells
Squashy
the
says she's
butter.
in chat supporting. She is. You don't have to be on the stream to support. I asked my son if he'd come in and flip the switch. He's like, "Zzz," like he's sleeping. The kid's a dick. I can't reach it from here, so
Yeah, and guess what?
You
I
have
mean, I
to turn the thing back on then, aren't you?
I can turn the light on in front of me, but it puts a glare and it's all washed out. I did that when the first time I showed my face on camera,
Uh-huh.
and it was complete washout. You can't see me at all, which Fluffy would prefer, but it's off.
Puss. What are you doing, Puss? Other than giving me the stink eye, what are you doing, Puss?
I told him, please, I'm on a live and I look like a floating head, and he put these in all capitals with an exclamation point. My kid's a brat, but at least he's a brat in a good way now.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by brats. I got
Yep.
him in the house. I got him in my chat. I'm a brat magnet.
Don't feel bad.
Well, this
Why should I call him a butthead, Squashy? Squashy, why do you want me to call Fluffy a butthead? Squashy is a brat. It's okay.
This brat's eating ham and beans, so there's going to be a little action later.
Mm.
Mm.
Glad you learned.
No, I'm not. Please put my light back on.
He's good. He's skeleton.
Thank you. It was
Hey
on.
there.
Peter said hi.
Hey.
Hello.
No,
Well, you're not even know.
I'm broke.
What's your break?
My bank broken.
Ain't nothing like the broke bank. I know that one.
Nanu.
It was like having a little Fluffy standing right in my room. I was like, I'm broke. He goes, what did you break? I'm like, he goes, stop sitting on it. I'm like,
Oh, not fucking your son for putting Z's in the messenger.
call him a butthead. Yeah. I still think it's a good idea to call Fluffy that too. Just saying.
I agree.
It's good. You should agree with me. I'm always right.
Not always.
When am I not? Name a time.
I'm not a butthead.
That is not an example because, yeah, you are.
Who called him an asshole earlier? I'm like, no, he's not just the asshole. He's a whole ass.
Wendy did. Yeah, the problem is if the wall switch gets flipped and I don't have the fan going, there's no air circulation in this room, so I don't like it. Especially considering it gets so warm in here, I need the ceiling fan on.
Yeah.
Because my son has my standing fan because I just don't have any place for it here. So
Of course, another friend of mine, we used to call him asshole. He said, "That's Mr. Asshole, thank you."
John used to say that too, or he'd be like, "I'm the asshole, thank you very much." I'm like, and then he'd sing the asshole song. And if anybody doesn't know what the asshole song is, look it up on YouTube. It's called the asshole song. Yep.
Rather watch monkeys.
All right. Well, it is now 3:30. It's half an hour past when I said I was going to end the live. So thank you for everybody in the chat and all the lurkers that are hanging around. And thank you guys for being on the panel, even Fluffy.
Hi, everyone.
You know, I love you guys. And I have to unblock my thing there. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, night, everybody.
Christy.
Before I go, I'm going to drop the link again in case anybody wants to come into the back room.
Please do.
There. Bam. So, yeah.
Yeah, they can watch me drop biscuit down my shirt.
Don't do that, Fluffy. You'll go on a crumb hunt. See? I love you guys.
Crumbs, it's heavily buttered.
Good night.